welcome to it. Deep breath, deep sigh, whatever you need to do to get you out of bed. Get out of bed. Come and join the party. Welcome to it. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Is it Friday? Oh my goodness, is it Friday yet?
No, it's not.
Okay, we're almost
and
there.
I actually had me at for about 10 seconds there. You had me, unfortunately not.
Oh my goodness, we are a stretch away from the weekend and I can't wait because to get us over the hump, just that last little bit, we've got such a jam-packed show just for you this morning on Expresso. From the rugby field to the boardroom and from chart-topping music to, of course, red carpet critiques. The fashion police are here. Today's show is packed with power moves, also just heartfelt moments and a little sparkle along the way too.
Probably a lot of sparkle. If this week is anything to go by. We've had an amazing time, so thank you so much for jumping on board. So we're going to kick things off this morning. Very excited. Box to Business author PG Geldenhuys joins us to give us his mindset, to unpack what sports can teach us about winning in business. There is an element of collaboration, an element of self-belief, an element of capturing those big moments that sport just does so well. And of course, that's what we know here in this country, so cannot wait for that.
I love it. From sports to entertainment, we have got vocal powerhouse Simi, who pays tribute to the queens in our lives with her soulful new single. It's called O Mama Bomtandazo, and it's just in time for Mother's Day, of course, and we can't wait to sing along with her.
And now we just got nervous again because it's Mother's Day and we haven't got gifts. So if you need the perfect gift, beauty expert Carissa over here is going to share her top Mother's Day must-haves, and I hear there are some absolute gems.
Definitely, when it comes to beauty, we get it from our mamas, so we might as well feed right back into them. And finally, we welcome content creator, one of my favorite people, Lonel Levies, for the latest in entertainment, including a sneak peek into the Met Gala. Was it a success or a hot mess, baby? We'll find out.
Are we going to get paddles?
Are we
going to get paddles? Oh, yay.
Yes or no?
Go enjoy yourself some little hot mess paddles right now. There's going to be a lot of hot messing going on this morning. And of course, we are so happy and lucky to be connecting to Joburg and Cape Town in a beautiful collaboration of our own this morning. Good morning, Zanele, and welcome to our whole Expresso family.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Zanzi. You're in the right place to get your morning started off perfectly. I always tell you this is our mandate as your honorable good morning friends, and we genuinely love the fact that we get to do it with you each and every weekday. And one of our favorite things is the fact that we get to celebrate amazing ways in which we can make our loved ones feel loved truly. And of course, Mother's Day is right here. Have you gotten a present? Do you have the vibes? But we've got things that we want to give you so that you can celebrate in the best way possible. And this is why for our Good Morning post this morning on #Expresso Show, we want to hear about you and your mom. So my friend, you literally just have to fill in the blank and you have the chance to win one of 3 1,000 Rand cash prizes. Yes, you heard that right. There's 3 on the line, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and one of them could be yours. But you just need to let us know, how do you finish this off? My mom is so much more than just a mom. She's my ... How are you filling in the blank? I would say she's my rock. She's my best friend. She's my everything. What is it for you? Let us know on #Expresso Show. Make sure that you use the hashtag as well. So much more. And my friend, the competition does close on the 14th of May. T's and C's do apply, and you can always find them on expressoshow.com. But head on over to that post right now, and hopefully you can be getting that shamani, honey, to spoil your mom a little bit more in the name of Mother's Day. Right now, we're gearing up for an incredible show. You heard the menu. It's absolutely delicious. But before we get to any of that, let's get into the news headlines with Carissa.
Thank you, beautiful Zanele. 4 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's get kick-started with your national news headlines first, where the Presidency and National Treasury have launched Phase 2 of Operation Vulindlela, expanding the reform agenda to include local governance, spatial inequality, and digital transformation. Now, Treasury praised progress in energy reform, but highlighted persistent infrastructure failings at municipal levels. Officials warn that economic growth remains constrained by service delivery failures. Now, the reform drive, approved by Cabinet in March, now aims to integrate electricity distribution upgrades with digital modernization to unlock investment and improve quality of life across South Africa. In other national news, National Commissioner, Police Commissioner that is, Fani Masemola, says he and the police legal team will study the report exonerating 8 VIP officers linked to Deputy President Paul Mashatile. Now, the officers were filmed assaulting civilians on the N1 in 2023, but were acquitted at a disciplinary hearing yesterday. The criminal case against them does continue. Now, they face several charges, including assault, pointing a firearm, and damaging property. Parliamentary Committee Chair Ian Cameron criticised the outcome and called for clearer laws on public brutality, saying the acquittal makes a mockery of justice. In your international news-making headlines, a Kenyan court yesterday sentenced 4 men to 1 year in prison or a fine of $7,700 for attempting to smuggle over 5,000 live queen ants out of the country. Authorities found the insects packed in test tubes destined for collectors in Europe and Asia. Although the men claimed the ants were for a hobby, the court ruled the volume indicated illegal wildlife trade and biopiracy. Now, the species, including African harvester ants, are highly prized abroad. The judge warned that biodiversity losses driven by greed must be curbed. Meanwhile, India launched missile strikes on targets in Pakistan and Pakistani Kashmir after a deadly attack on Hindu tourists. Pakistan responded by reportedly shooting down 5 Indian jets and vowed to retaliate. The escalation, the worst in 2 decades, has raised fears of a broader conflict between the nuclear-armed rivals. India said it struck terrorist sites, but Pakistan reported at least 26 civilian deaths and 46 injuries, dismissing the claims. With Pakistan's economic fragility, as well as the region's volatile history, global concern over stability is mounting. And finally, in a twist straight from the silver screen, Ralph Fiennes' Oscar-winning film Conclave is reportedly helping Catholic cardinals prepare for the real-life election of the next pope. Released just 4 months before the death of Pope Francis, the gripping drama, centered on intrigue and secrets during a papal election, is used as an unofficial training guide by several of the 133 cardinals now in Rome. Now, many have never participated in a conclave and, according to one cleric, found the movie, quote, remarkably accurate. Directed by Edward Berger and based on Robert Harris's novel, the film swept major awards and also stars John Lithgow, Stanley Tucci and Isabella Rossellini. The real conclave began yesterday afternoon. Really interesting how art reflects reality, and reality definitely reflects art right back. It's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Now let's get into those sporting headlines. G-Man's got the latest.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. Let's start with our European football connection. And Paris Saint-Germain have done it. They've booked their spot in the Champions League final with a 2-1 win over Arsenal, sealing that 3-1 aggregate victory. Fabian Ruiz and Achraf Hakimi struck in each half to send PSG through, despite a late reply from Bukayo Saka. The French Giants now preparing for a showdown with Inter Milan in Munich on May the 31st. Dream final. Now we bring it back home, and Mamelodi Sundowns take a big move within touching distance now of an 8th straight Betway Premiership crown. That was after a dominant 3-0 win over Chippa United at Loftus last night. Goals from Reyners, Adams and Maseko sealing the victory there and setting a club scoring record with 57 goals this season. I think the writing is on the wall. The Brazilians now need just 4 more points to officially clinch the title. Now we turn to cricket, and our ladies are being put through it. Yesterday, Jemima Rodriguez smashed her highest ODI score to lead India's ladies to a 23-run win over the Proteas women in their Servo Cup Tri-Nations clash in Colombo. So India posting a commanding 337 for 9 before restricting the Proteas to 314 for 7. So the result sadly knocks our ladies out, setting up that final showdown between India and hosts Sri Lanka. Now we stay with the Indian cricket connection for a bittersweet moment. India's skipper Rohit Sharma has announced his retirement from Test cricket. That's ahead of the England tour, ending a 67-match career that's yielded some 4,301 runs, in fact to be exact, and 12 centuries along the way. While stepping away from the red ball game, he will still continue in ODIs, of course, after recently leading India to that Champions Trophy title. And I expect we shall see him in the IPL arena for some time to come. They need that wealth of cricketing knowledge, and he can still smash it. That's where we leave our sport for now. PG Geldenhuys in the house to draw some beautiful correlations between sport and winning in business, and there are some very powerful connections. We'll start to make those in just a moment. Right now, let's get set for the weather ahead today.
Thank you so much, my KTZ family. And Mzansi, let's get you ready for the day in terms of your weather. This morning, the South African Weather Service has issued yellow level 4 warnings for damaging winds and waves from Plettenberg Bay, or rather from Table Bay to Plettenberg Bay, beginning tomorrow and lasting through to the weekend. Gale force northwesterly winds are expected across parts of the Eastern Cape, Free State, as well as inland Western Cape. Coastal regions could face sea navigation hazards and risks to informal settlements. Authorities are urging caution for small vessels as well as residents in vulnerable areas, as severe conditions may disrupt services and daily life. We'll keep you up to date with anything else that does come through, but please take caution where need be, won't you? Now, one thing you never need to take caution with is this picture that we always ask you for. I am talking about your good morning, or rather sunrise view, that we always say, please take a picture of the sunrise and let's show the rest of the country what it is you're waking up to. And this morning, a very huge shout out to Nancy from Pennington, where it's going to be a lovely 26 degrees Celsius. Nancy, this is gorgeous. What do you even mean? This looks like you had taken this on, I don't know, like a 55,000 megapixel. It's stunning and I love it. I almost feel like a mermaid is just going to pop up or something like that. And you have blessed us indeed, Nancy. So a huge shout out to you, my love. You, though, need to go and do the things, Mzansi. You got to send it through on 063 036 9646. And like I said, we can then show the rest of the country. Right now, though, let's get into those temperatures.
All right, the weather tempered across the land, but hopefully you're going to stay indoors for the next few hours. Now, I think PG Geldenhuys here, who is looking like a proud parent who's just released his child into the world, show us box to business. Absolutely beautiful. You know, PG, we're always amazed when we're like, oh, wow, these sportsmen are also great businessmen as well. I didn't know he was a financial genius, but we often don't see the correlations. You have seen that correlation between business and sport. How powerful is this book going to be?
Well, I hope it'll make an impact. We all know we can learn a lot from the Springboks, but we don't know how to break that down into tools that we can use.
Apply it. I like that. A practical guide to go from box to business. Even if we're just a Bok fan, there are some absolute gems in this one. And then, of course, whether you're a sportsman or not, you've got to fuel the body with the right stuff. And we're going to give you that connection after the break as well. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much. I think you can see how excited I am about having these chats. We are all, I think, in wonder when we see sporting achievements on the field, this collaboration, these incredible moments, harnessing those moments. But how do we achieve that outside of this space? This morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are joined by PG Geldenhuys, an entrepreneur and international leadership facilitator who is an expert in making it practical and also has given us a guide as the author of the very thought-provoking book, Box to Business, drawing inspiration from the incredible turnaround of the Springbok, their brand, but also their level of performance under Rassie Erasmus. And PG has translated one of rugby's greatest comebacks into a dynamic, a real world leadership playbook, something we can all lean on. And if you listen carefully, you may even win a copy this morning. But we will ask you a question. PG, welcome, my friend.
Thanks, Graham. Good to be here.
Oh, this is so cool. It's almost, it feels like we've been to this playbook before, but it was based on an old system. When we look at the bomb squad and how the bomb squad operating system was a part of this rewriting of the book story of our performance of what we can achieve, I reckon that is a great jumping off point. Was that the moment for you, or what sparked this? What was the seed?
For the book, honestly, it was Renee Naylor, the previous physio.
Yeah.
Came to talk to us. I'm a member of this crowd called the Entrepreneurs Organization. And she brought home to me the fact that as the physio, she still gets a cap. As the physio, she's still part of the squad.
She's vital, yeah.
As the physio, Rassie treats everybody like an integral part. There are no superstars. And I was like, hold on, I got to figure this out. And that's when I thought, okay, let me go deeper. And then I started talking to people.
We feel it, and I think as a motivator, as a facilitator, you need that emotional connection. So now you've got generations worth of motivation, of that fuel to burn. How do you even start a journey like this as an author? How did that look for you, and how did you go about compiling, I mean, the best journey ever to plug yourself into?
Listen, I'm not going to pretend I'm anywhere close to having Rassie's unbelievable focus or vision. But what I do think is we think the same way in that you got to break the problem down. You got to eat the elephant one bite at a time. So when you write a book, you got to do, you know that story, I write when I'm inspired. Well, luckily I'm inspired every morning at 5 o'clock.
Come and work with us, my friend.
You know what I'm saying? You can't wait till you feel like it. You just got to sit down and plug out 500 words or spend an hour and when you go through that process, now, it helps when you write about a topic that excites you.
For sure.
And it helps that you also need to do what you love, right? I love writing. Storytelling is my gift. And of course, I'm an Afrikaans ook in South Africa. I love the rugby.
It's in your DNA, yeah.
And I love a comeback story. We all love a comeback story. And the way that they did it, where they didn't, he didn't reinvent the wheel. He said, we've got this little box that we need to build in terms of the way we need to pick players and the way we need to put our team together and the strengths that we always have. The moment we try to play like the All Blacks, we get stuffed. So we got to be us. We got to go to our core strengths. And that's true for business too. Don't try to be the other guy. Do your thing. Lean in. Stay narrow, go deep, as my wife likes to say. We work together. and just drill in. So the bomb squad, the fact that we've got strong forwards and we've got a lot of them, isn't a new thing. But what he did is he broke the problem down and he said, let's create a system.
So how do we go about that within a business environment? We want impact and innovation, which says to me risk, because now you are going to push the boat out. But we want a system, we want consistency, that whole sevens rugby inside, outside the box notion of letting people shine and lean on their attributes. How do we get that balance right?
Well, you got to have some vision. Right? So when he came in, he had vision. He could communicate that vision. He could break it down into, you know what, I'm not going to win all the games. Year one, 53% winning percentage. But you're going to leave me alone because I'm going to win the big games.
He was clear.
I'm going to beat the English at home and I'm going to beat the All Blacks away. And all the other games aren't important. And you can't have a high winning percentage, at least in year one on a comeback journey, and build a squad, and win the important games. You got to choose your battles. So I think it's about having a vision and then aligning your stakeholders. all the powers that be that fire every coach within 18 months in Springbok Rugby.
100%. He shifted that cultural needle
Shifted
completely. Yeah.
because he got people on board and he kept them on board.
Does that speak to his leadership style? Is that the key here? Could someone else have done it? Ideally, we were trying to create a playbook for someone else to do it, but what was it specifically about Rassie? Is it just the kind of guy that he is? What was that gift?
I think it's
Or is
unbelievable
that it?
how he's both, I think, quite an autocrat and completely inclusive. Everybody gets, it's that thing. I'm a consultant, so we
Okay,
love
yeah.
a Venn diagram,
I love
right?
that, yeah.
A circle here, a circle here, and in the middle is the juice, right?
Yeah.
Empathy and execution.
There we go.
Right? See the player, see the individual, see them where they are, but the show must go on. And we got to meet each other in the middle, and we got to go. And he just does that very well. He's working with superstars, people that are in the public spotlight.
Monsters.
Monsters. But, as a coach isn't necessarily somebody who's been in that same position. That's a mentor. He's both a coach and a mentor. He's been there. He's been there. He's walked the walk. He's seen what it looks like. He's seen what bad coaching looks like. He's seen what good coaching looks like. He's seen how a team can fall apart. Right? He was there.
Resilience. He was that guy who picked himself back up. Maybe I can end off with one last gem, because I have a feeling you and I could probably sit here for about 5 hours. To bring that shift about, if someone, a leader, or maybe even someone who isn't in a leadership role but wants to shift forward within their own space, how do we do that? If there is resistance, if egos are standing in the way, maybe a difference in mindset, how do we start that shift, that positive change into the right direction, like the Boks did so dramatically?
Are you asking for Rassie as an example?
Yeah, or you can use Rassie as an example, but I'm speaking specifically to that guy that's got a business out there or is in that position right now that wants to feel that shift within their own space.
So, ignore the voices that tell you to change what you're doing once things start going well.
Okay.
Immediately, people are going to start telling you, do this, do that.
Okay.
Find what you call your hedgehog. Find the thing that you're doing. Stick with it, drill down, and expand on that concept over time. But make sure you've got the basics right. If it's about a personal journey, do what Rassie did. A little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of self-reflection, a little bit of understanding that what got me there before won't get me to the next level, and then be on a quest for learning. Learn from others, learn from smart people, and surround yourself with good people and people that are not like you. Be open to also people that are different so that you can incorporate that diversity.
I love that. There's a level of honesty and vulnerability that I didn't expect from this space. I was expecting very aggressive, very hard, but we've got ourselves a compassionate autocrat in Rassie that just seems to tick those boxes. This is beautiful. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into it. Oh, man. And I think if you, like me, are feeling very excited about how you can apply this magic in your own space, if you'd like to win one of these, in fact, a signed copy, and we're going to give away 4 courtesy of PG this morning. Box to Business is what you want. All you have to do is tell us this. What is the Springbok replacement bench called? You should know this. You should say it in your sleep. You should dream about it. Comments on Expresso's social media pages using hashtag Box2Business. That's the qualifier, and the competition ends at 12 p.m. on the 14th of May. We're going to get a lot of entries for this, so make yours brilliant. And of course, you can find all the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. PG, thank you so much, my friend, and all the best of luck. Enjoy the next phase of your journey.
Thank you so much, Graham.
Oh man, I love this, because now we completely understand that the Boks are not just the business, they're also a business. And I love getting behind of all these things that we see, that come to the forefront, but we also now get to understand them. These are the conversations that we like to have on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And friend, another conversation we like to have is about you being a winner. Are you somebody who has already decided that you're going to play Daily Lotto, where you could win an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot? Well, my friend, the question is, will you be playing? I think you most definitely should. And it's so easy to do so. All you got to do is buy your ticket now in store or on nationallottery.co.za. You can also use your mobile app, or you can just do the things that need to be done just by heading over to cell phone banking or dialing *120 *7529# for USSD. It's that easy, and all of these details are on our Expresso pages. You can head on over and check them out over there. But we always tell you, Panda Push Up Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today. today, and you could win big. Go and play now, my friend, because we are crossing fingers for you, okay? Right now, though, I know that in Cape Town, we're gearing up for some more lovely things coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Guys, what's still to come on the show?
That's right, Sanele. So many good things coming our way, and we've only just gotten started with the show. We've got Matt Norton in the building, and I can't wait to get into the conversation all around player management when it comes to rugby, and I'm sure you could apply it in any sort of sports or even in the office space, because yes, people management is what we're talking about. Not only that, we also want to get into fueling your body for optimal health, but also performance. So many good things are coming your way, Feel Good fam. All I need for you to do is grab a cup of coffee or tea if you'd like, and make sure that you meet us right back here straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
Welcome back. We are doing a deep dive into the power of sport, what it means for the bigger picture. PG Geldenhuys with Box to Business giving us a beautiful roadmap to find success in business. But what does success look like in the business of sport? For that, you need someone in your corner. It's not all about game day, and we love to be there on game day, but behind every top rugby player is a team working behind the scenes. From career moves to personal support, we're going to look at the people helping athletes thrive on and off the field. Now, Matt Norton is one of those angels, rugby agent at In Touch Sports, and then Jonathan Roach, DHL Stormers rugby player making his mark in the world, joins us to chat about the business on and off the field. Gentlemen, welcome. I could feel your tension levels rising and falling as I was going through that, as I put the expectations and hopes of the nation on your shoulders. It's great to have you guys here, and I think people are loving us opening a window into how it works, because people think that it's the talent that's going to get you across the line, being brilliant. You see something else, or you must. How important is this relationship to you on a personal level, dude?
Yeah, I think it's incredible. It's so important. You know, I started representing Johnny. I think he was, beginning of his grade 11 year, and to build that trust, it doesn't only contain Johnny's trust, but also his family's trust. It's a relationship that has been going now 3-4 years. If you look at our company in general, the players that we represent, Amani Lebok, Warwick Galant, they started with a colleague of mine, Richard van Dijk, when they were 16. They're now nearly into their 30s. So it's a long-term relationship that we strive to build with the players. It's not a quick deal here or there, because we feel that in order to make those deals happen and for the players to succeed, you need to know what makes them tick.
Completely.
What makes them perform on the field. Can they perform in England if they are a family man and their family lives here in Cape Town? You need to understand those intricacies. And if you can, then things normally go pretty smoothly.
And I chat to the players 10 years into a choice to go and move to France, and I understand the real-time implications, and it's always personal. It's never rugby.
No.
There are always other things. All due respect, you're a kid. You were even more of a kid when you've got professional agents coming to you, talking to you. That is crazy. What did that feel like, and how did you feel? Because I feel calm already just listening to him talk. But what was the journey been like for you stepping into that professional space?
I think I have a little bit of a different journey. I mean, I wasn't really approached by everyone coming out of school. I wasn't like the highlight person at my school. I wasn't like the star. So while everyone else was getting picked up, Matt came and chatted to me suddenly on the side. But we've had a relationship for quite a while, because we were at the same school together. He was my matric when I was in grade 8, so
Get
I've
out.
known him
Get
for a
out,
long
man.
time. So it's quite nice to have a very personal relationship. So when he came to me, it was quite an easy decision almost. I just knew the guy already, and it came quite smoothly, and my parents knew him as well. So it was like, it's one of those things that just sort of started
The
working
chain
from the beginning.
continues, man. Yeah, that actually makes me. I've got a young boy and a daughter that I have a feeling are going to shine in that sports space, and it's amazing to me the ecosystem in South Africa that we create around it. What was it, though, that ticked those boxes about this young man's style? What gets you excited as a rugby agent?
Yeah, I think it's all dependent. You know, you've obviously got the athletic ability and the the technical intricacies of a player, but you know, for me, it's things, you know, aside from that, you know, it's resilience, it's your coachability.
Character, man.
Exactly, it's your character, and you know, obviously knowing a player like Johnny, I was his matric, so I'd been watching him from under 14, and you know, you could always see that he had something to him, but he was going to take a bit longer than the other guys. And yeah, funny enough, my dad as well always used to say to me, "That's your first signing. That's your first signing.
That is just too cool,
Go
man.
for him." So yeah, but yeah, like to answer your question, there's so much more to it. You know, you've got to have a relationship with coaches at the schools, understand the player's personality, what's he like on and off the field, how resilient is he, what's his personality like, what's his family support structure like. Those key factors are
points,
crucial
yeah.
in a player's development, and how far they actually end up going.
And very often it's not the rugby that's the thing that's throwing you off balance in that space. What's the coolest thing he's said to you, or the thing that stood out for you? Have there been moments, and I'm putting you on the spot now, but where the relationship and having someone that you trust in your corner really does help?
Yeah, it's obviously nice. He's backed me for a long time where others didn't, and I think like leading up to like my first game, I was like quite nervous, a little bit shaky, hands are moving. But yeah, Matt always just helped me just keep my head and stay level-headed. But he always just say like, just be you, just like sort of do your thing. Like don't worry about anything else. Yeah. So it's just like that support the whole time really helps. Like you just when you don't have that confidence yourself, he almost has it for me.
Because you've got to see it. You've got to plot that. This is an unforgiving space. Rugby has a very limited window. We are seeing that expand because of international opportunities. When you start plotting the career of a young rugby player, what does that process look like? Because it's a business that you're running here as well as managing an asset.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one. You know, every player has different circumstances and, different dreams and goals. You know, for Johnny, his, on the top of his list was to study and get a degree behind his name, which he's finishing this year at UCT.
Well done.
So you've obviously got to accommodate that in terms of, what his rugby career is going to look like. And we were fortunate enough that we could tie something up with UCT and Western Province at the beginning. And it's worked really smoothly in terms of him being able to juggle both. And yeah, he'll finish his degree this year. He's still, got another 2 years on his deal at Stormers. So that, to me, is, it was perfect for Johnny. Other players, they don't have that. They want to go overseas straight away, or, rugby is their, full-on, dream for the first 2 years. So it's all player dependent, and, guys have different requirements, or, yeah.
And you've got to back them, and you've got to be there to go all in. What is the goal, my brother? What do you want to achieve in this game?
Okay, well,
And this is, I'm going to say this very clearly, and Carissa's going to roll her eyes. This is the manifestation station, brother. You'd be amazed at the Cheslin Colbys that have brought things to life in this space. So what's the goal? What's the dream?
I think the end goal is obviously the green and gold. I think if you're playing rugby in South Africa, that's where you want to end up. But right now, I'm sort of just focusing on getting myself into the Stormers team properly. Like I would like to come in and out and starter, and I know there's time and there's development needed, and I got to be around for a little bit longer in the system. I need to get part of the system more. But right now, I just want to take that first step. I'm not looking too far yet. I want to just tick boxes.
As PG says, we eat the elephant one bite at a time, man. Well, you guys should have a chat, because I think there's clearly some skills in and outside the rugby space. But this makes me feel so good and happy about where South African sport is, because this doesn't speak to just a trend or capitalizing on someone who's got great talent. This speaks to the bigger picture in a very powerful way. So thank you so much, gents. All the best of luck, dude.
Thanks, sir.
And now I will interview you in that green and gold one day, I have no doubt. But if you've got any questions, I suggest hooking up with the gents and asking them directly. There is so much more involved in launching a career, but also making it sustainable and enriching it for that player along the way. So we say to all those amazing agents out there and the players doing the hard yards on the field, we love you guys.
Nutrition plays a vital role in both performance and overall well-being, yet many people really do struggle to find the right balance. But with us today, we have Laura Johnston, a familiar face over here, CEO of Phytoceutics, and a registered dietitian, Kerry Lamboy, to break down common nutritional myths, as well as explore the importance of micronutrient balance and highlight key supplements for optimal health and fitness. Ladies, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We were talking about this a bit off air, how nutrition and also gut health has really become buzzwords recently. So it only makes sense that we get into this conversation. And Kerry, maybe I could start with you. I understand that within your world of nutrition, you have quite a keen interest on sports nutrition. So can you tell me a little bit more about that and also the issues that your patients are facing recently?
It's actually quite crazy. We're seeing so many patients who are actually underfueling rather than overfueling. And what I mean by that is we are eating way too little for our body's demand. So that may be just general bodily functions, but then also exercise performance. You know, in Cape Town, in South Africa, we're running, we've got lots of things going on, and people aren't fueling themselves for the demand. And then more importantly, we're seeing people that they may be eating the right amount of total calories, but they're lacking so much in specific macronutrients or even micronutrients. So if someone's way under eating in protein, it might affect their muscle recovery, satiety, muscle gains even, or if it's like carbohydrates, it affects energy, mental fog, all those sorts of things, and your exercise output is way reduced.
It's so interesting because when you brought it up, I was going to ask you, is it a lack of the nutrients in the diet or too many nutrients, too many calories, which kind of brings me to asking, is there an ideal balance that you can find when it does come to those micronutrients?
With macronutrients, we have the standard kind of recommendation, which is about 40 to 45% of total calories from carbohydrates.
Okay.
Then we have about 20 to 25, sometimes up to 30 for protein, and then fat is plus minus 30% of total calories. But it's so funny because I think diet culture has created such a phobia towards carbs. I think people are now thinking, oh my gosh, if I eat too many carbs, I'm going to gain weight. And that's completely untrue. Carbohydrates and blood sugar and glucose is our body's primary source of energy.
So the balance is what you want to strike at the end of the day.
Exactly, exactly. I
beautiful.
think it's also macronutrients all have their own functions. So as soon as we're taking something out, we're kind of throwing that function away in the body, and the body has to compensate in some way, and it leaves us with deficiencies or feeling fatigue, mental fog, and what we actually see is people get used to this feeling of
like
deficiency.
a new normal.
Yes, they say my new normal is just feeling tired every day, and that's also where supplements are very great in helping those diet gaps.
Which is a great segue. Your take on nutrition, where does supplements come in?
You know, these diets, these extreme diets are resulting in nutritional deficiencies. And, you know, even if you have a great diet, there are still common nutritional deficiencies that most people need to supplement for. And vitamin D3 is a perfect example of that. And Kara and I were chatting that she puts most of her patients on vitamin D3. And if you go for a blood test, even then, the range of low to high is often not even really good enough for the majority of patients. Like, you should be on the upper side of the range, if not over that. So, you know, most people could do with a good D3. We have a fantastic D3 oral spray that Kerry loves because it tastes nice. You don't have to swallow a capsule. You can take it on the go. And then, you know, something like omega-3. And, you know, it's back to the basics. People don't eat a lot of fish. Omega-3 is so important for so many things, for your brain health, for inflammation, for mental health, for your skin. You know, it's really a catch-all. And, you know, there are so many bad omegas out there. And again, Karen and I were saying, she was like, there's probably only 3 or 4 in the market that she would recommend because majority don't have enough EPA, DHA, and the right ratio in it. So these are the 2 fatty acids in an omega. So our purest omega is a high EPA, DHA. It's really good quality, and it's something that a lot of people would benefit in their diet.
Very interesting. I've got to ask you, though, where does one even begin? Because now I've eaten the percentage of this, percentage of that, but I might still be needing some supplementation. Is the blood test the first step towards getting that right?
Yes, for sure. So within practice and nutrition, we always want to go for the most individualized approach. So if we can't just give and take take whatever we want, because there are risks of toxicities for certain vitamins and minerals and things like that. And also, we've spoken also off air, like things can be expensive. If you're going to buy the whole range when you only need one or two, you're probably not going to be consistent with it over months because it gets too expensive. So we do want to make sure we're doing blood tests, and like Laura said, make sure we see where you fall within the ranges and how your bloods are looking. And then we supplement and we keep retesting until we are kind of happy with where you are.
Right.
And especially vitamin D, like when you head into winter, no sun, no nothing, up before dark, go to bed before dark. So many people are vitamin D deficient and don't even know.
And it becomes their new normal.
Yeah, and that'll affect your mood, it'll affect your bone health, and like things you don't even know are associated with a deficiency.
With the lack of sun. Oh my goodness. Ladies, thank you so much. That was a very, very informative. I think I need to come and get my blood test so I can see, is this fatigue because I'm waking up at 4 a.m. or is it something else? Thank you for being here. Really do appreciate you. And we want you to find the right balance in nutrition, because it isn't about restriction, right? Like we've spoken about today. It's about fueling your body with what it really needs at the end of the day. And with the right macronutrients and key supplements, and also a better understanding of what your body really needs, you can support both performance and overall well-being. Of course, for more information on the right products, the quality products to use, visit phytoceutics.com.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
Now we're going to do a little something for our gut. We're going to make a delicious pie and eat it. And I'm not alone. Johnny is in the kitchen. If you think he looks nervous, you must see Matt, his agent, just standing by. Don't worry, it's going to be fine, brother. We've got this. We are going to make a chicken pie after the break. Now, it's actually hopefully a lot easier than we think it is. And then, of course, heading into that winter season, colds and flu are back. We have got a beautiful way that you can push back. In fact, we're going to help you throughout winter, and we've got a beautiful little guide on how you can beat the winter blues after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Listen, with winter here, many of us are already battling the sniffles, the sore throats, and so much more. I know I was down bad last week, but now I'm back and better, baby. But when it comes to cold and flu, how do we know what we're really dealing with at the end of the day? And more importantly, what is the best way to treat it? And that's exactly why we've brought in Rida Kader, a trusted local pharmacist who's going to guide us through the differences between cold symptoms and flu symptoms and how to tackle them with the right treatments, because we want you to be well at the end of the day. So Rida, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Back.
Yes, welcome back. We often interchange flu and cold when we talk about not being well, right? But let's get down to it. Let's actually bust all the myths out there and talk about the key differences between cold versus flu.
So most people who come into the pharmacy would most likely be coming in with a cold. So colds, the symptoms of colds would be start with a scratchy throat, you'd have a bit of a runny nose, you just feel a bit unwell, but you'd be good enough to sort of go about your day. When you get the flu, you know something's not right. You know, it's sudden onset of symptoms, you sort of get body chilled, have a bit of a fever. The symptoms are definitely more severe, yeah.
Okay. So there's first signs for either one of them. Cold, you mentioned, you get some sniffles.
Yes, so scratchy throat,
Scratchy throat,
runny nose,
a
little bit of cough. With the flu, the symptoms will be a lot more sudden onset, and a lot more pronounced. So the sore throat will be very sore. You know, you get sudden body aches and chills.
I was going to ask you about body aches.
You get a high fever.
Yeah.
And then also the respiratory problems. So your cough can, really trouble. And people with asthma and that sort of thing really struggle with actual flu, yeah.
And it does happen this time of the year where there's a rise in both cases, right?
Absolutely. It's winter's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel all our winter clothes are out. And so we just got to keep safe.
Okay, so when should somebody consider seeing a doctor? Now I'm feeling a bit unwell. I come to a pharmacist. Is there any point that you go, no, you need to go to the GP?
Most people treat the symptoms with over-the-counter medicines, and there's so many things. You can speak to your pharmacist, and they'll be, in most cases, you'll get all the symptoms treated within a day or two.
Okay.
But if you see the symptoms linger longer, or if you are somebody that suffers with a chronic illness like a heart disease or asthma or respiratory problems, and you're just not getting better, then the symptoms are not sort of disappearing when you're taking the over-the-counter medicines, then definitely time to chat to your doctor, yeah.
All right, and you would recommend that?
Definitely. I mean, we recommend people to go to the doctor if they're not feeling well, or if because, they can just pick up some more serious things that we sometimes can overlook, yeah.
Yeah, because your body becomes vulnerable to so many other things out there.
Absolutely, and they're doing a lot more tests and things like that, but most of the time people can get it sorted out over the counter, but if it's actual flu, then rather speak to your doctor.
Right. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I got better very quickly, and shout out to our pharmacists, because we become familiar faces if you see us again year in, year out. Oh, there's Carissa once again. I need to cure her. Okay, so for people who've got family members that are also not well, like children, for example, what precautions should they take? Because I've heard about this. If one person's ill, especially the kid, the entire house is down.
So I don't want to say that word, but about 5 years ago, we went through that time.
That thing.
That thing, yeah. And we actually learnt a lot from it. COVID taught us how to deal with viruses, and flu is really just another virus.
Yeah.
And what we learned from that is just cleanliness, general hygiene, wash your hands. If somebody's sick, keep them separate, eating utensils, sort of wash them properly. So general hygiene, and then also if they're not well, maybe sleep in a separate room. Don't go out too much. If you are going to go out, wear a mask.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are masks still a thing?
Masks are, during COVID, everybody wore masks.
Right.
Whereas what I recommend now is if you're the one that are sick, you need to go out, you wear the mask. Yeah. And it's fine. There's no judging these days.
There's judging. We're done with judging. I'm telling you. People look at you like, what in the disease?
Yeah, no, definitely. So it is normalized now.
Right.
And so if you're not well, then rather just take extra precautions so that you can because it's at the end of the day, it's a virus, and it is going to spread in the similar ways that COVID spread.
did.
So do the same things. Just remember, just go back there.
Yeah, and think about the others when you step into your workplace,
Absolutely.
Right? Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Radar recommends, and yes, we listen every single time. We appreciate your time, sir. Really do appreciate that. And now that you're equipped with the fact, managing cold and flu symptoms can be simpler and, of course, more effective. And for more tips, easy-to-use tools, and, of course, pharmacist-approved guidance to keep your family well this winter, make sure that you head over to beprepared365.co.za, and that is where you'll find everything. And then while you're at your local pharmacy, don't forget to ask about the Adcock Ingram OTC Winter Survival Pack. It is your go-to support for common winter symptoms like your coughs, your aches, and of course your sore throats that we spoke about. But that's not all, Expresso fam. You also stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash. All you have to do to enter is tell us your best hacks to beat the winter chills and post your answers on our Expresso social media pages. Go find us at Expresso Show, and don't forget to use that hashtag @AdcockOTCWinter. Now, this competition does close on Sunday, and T's and C's, of course, can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
We are back in the kitchen and we are going to make a chicken pie. Johnny Roach is in the building. Did you think you were going to be tested like this when you rocked up this morning, man?
This is far from my first thought.
Good.
And it's my first pie I've ever made. So 2 in 1.
We got this. I like to think I can do these things. Luckily, we are really well supported by Tiffany and an amazing kitchen team. So they've made it as easy as possible. So, but all we're going to do is paint by numbers, hopefully, okay? And I would imagine you, at your phase of rugby, you take in a lot of calories.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of calories leaving the body. So hopefully this is going to pack a punch for you. And when, understandably, when the weather turns cold and you are craving something warm and satisfying, that comfort food, there are a few dishes that hit quite like a homemade pot pie. Golden flaky crust, rich savory filling, kind of meal that wraps you in comfort from the inside out. It's like having your Oma come and just give you a lacquer hug. Okay, so no pressure. So we've got our onions are sauteing and they're looking good. I think maybe we can even turn that guy down just a little bit without turning it off, once you can handle that. So I reckon let's start with the chicken. If you were going to have a pie, what would the pie be? Chicken, beef?
Yeah, definitely chicken and mushroom.
Here we go.
And look what we have here.
You see, we did some research, okay? Well, that might have just been your agent. Okay, so let's pop the chicken in and let that start browning. So this would, they say it takes about 20 minutes preparation time and then 25 minutes odd in the oven. So you can put the oven on 200 degrees, get that warming up nicely. But we're going to speed things up just a little bit here, just for the sake of TV. You can crank, don't worry about the oven for now. We'll pop it in our oven over there that's going. So I think we can add our mushrooms and start bolstering up the flavor profile. And I think the thing with a pie is you want to kind of gradually build it up. It's got to be a fusion of flavors, and the chicken and mushroom flavor vibe, absolutely beautiful. Very, very good. So when you approach a day, how hectic is your nutrition when you've got to manage your output? Are you the kind of guy who gets hangry at a point in the day and just like shuts down?
Definitely. Maybe not so hangry, but I lose my energy quickly and I get tired and I get mopey and then, I don't focus so well after that. But no, it's very important keeping your energy levels up. I mean, you're training for quite a few hours every day. So just being able to keep that constant level and be able to perform at your maximum is quite important. So.
And every player tells me this. The food, yeah, vitally important. The sleep, vitally important. What are those pressure points for you? What do you have to make sure, where Matt isn't there to say, okay, go to bed now? What is the important stuff to you, man?
No, I think just getting a regular routine is quite important, I think. But I struggle a little bit with that. With varsity and stuff, I'm trying to balance 2 lives at the moment. So I'm struggling on the sleep front. But yeah, you guys have brought me out very early here today.
I was going to say, no judgment in this space. Everyone here struggles with the sleep issue, okay? Don't worry, you're in very good company. Okay, that's starting to brown off nicely. Obviously, I think we would push the chicken a little bit further with time, but for the sake of TV, we're going to hurry on and I think start grating in our garlic. For a little bit of a flavor profile, kind of, it just adds layers to it. And it's amazing how if you've just got a bit of garlic, some salt and pepper, it's not just about the flavor that they add, but they activate flavors and other things. So if you're working on a student budget and that's all you've got, just go and search out just one little clove of garlic and you'll be all right.
Just watch out, it gets stuck in the breath a little bit.
Exactly. You're also at a critical dating phase of life, so maybe you want to mitigate that just a little bit. Parsley actually helps a lot with garlic breath, but in this case, we're going to use a little bit of thyme, which is absolutely beautiful with the chicken. So scrape a little bit off there. There we go. And you know your flavor profile. Are you like a sweet tooth or are you a savory kind of guy?
Sweet tooth type of guy. Chocolate after dinner.
Oh, really? Well, that's when you're supposed to have it, man. Or after training. I don't know if there's the time. Okay, so scrape a little of those guys off. I suppose for the filling of a pie, you don't really want sticks and stuff in there, hey? But I think thyme is quite forgiving. It's quite a small little herb there. Look at you doing your little herb bag. Hey, very good, very, very nice. And then we're going to round that off with a little bit of flour and then half of our stock and our cream just to thicken it all up. You can just ahoy and ming absolutely everything together. So now I'm going to work on our little pastry caps, and this is what we like about the pot pie, where it's not so hectic that you have to bake the whole pie and get the pastry right. What I love about working with something like this that is absolutely pre-packaged, it makes all the difference and takes all the legwork out. So we're going to pop that guy right here, and
a little bit of milk.
Yep, you can put that's actually cream going in there, which just to thicken it up, make it even more luxurious. We are down with that. So I just don't want to ruin our pastry before we've even gotten going. Beautiful. And I think baking can be very intimidating because it kind of feels more like science than cooking. But if you just follow the playbook, play by play, go in with a game plan, a strategy, it's all good. All right, so I don't want to waste too much. There we go. Let's spread a little bit of this guy around here. That's looking great, dude.
Yeah,
And we'll
it's
just let
really
that
coming
kind
on,
of
the
thicken.
colours.
Hey?
Getting there.
Dude, that's like a proper chicken filling for a chicken pie. And this, I hope this isn't the high point of your day today. I hope you go and do something amazing on the field later. But at least for the next little stands, I'm going to try and use as little as possible so we don't waste. I'm going to cut just one of these guys off for now. In fact, I'll do two. And then we will, there we go. And as we progress, Johnny and I will finish off. So what we're going to do now, when our filling is ready, we're going to pop it into our little ramekins over here. And then we're going to use a little bit of egg wash on top of our pastry, pop that on top, and then finish it off with that little ribbing there on the side. And then we pop it into the oven, 25 minutes, dude.
Awesome.
Sorted.
Easy, easy.
You almost made a pie, but we will finish the pie as we go. We'll let our beautiful filling kind of combine and get all those flavors infused. And if you want to cook along with us and finish this recipe, you can head over to expressoshow.com. Johnny, you're a legend, dude.
You too.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Make a big one now, eh? With the whole pot.
Guys, I always ask you to stop this. Stop making my mouth water all the way in Johannesburg, okay? Oh my goodness. It looks so good. I wish I was there. But you know what? It's fine. The nice thing about being in the Johannesburg studio is the fact that we also have nice things here. And one of those nice things, forgive me, is the fact that we are going to be celebrating yet another queen who wants to have an ode to our mothers. Simi is in the building. Yes, the Tugela Fairy. And she has a beautiful song that is dedicated to our moms, all in the name of Mother's Day. So trust me, you want to stick around for it because we're going to be chatting to her all about it, but then she's also going to be performing it for you. So you gotta be here. But then on top of that, we also get to have that conversation that we asked you about for our Good Morning post, which was what our mothers so much more. What exactly is it about them that makes them so much more? We're going to be getting into it in a bit. Do not go anywhere. You're still right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, you can make my day.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Yes, an hour has been wrapped up. We've got 2 more on the way. And to kickstart 7 o'clock, let's get into your national news headlines first. And we get started here where tourism is more than scenic getaways. It's a critical lever for youth employment and economic advancement. At Johannesburg's Middle East Africa Future Leaders Challenge, Minister Patricia de Lille emphasized the need for digital skills, sustainability and leadership training in tourism. Now, the G20 aligned event united students, entrepreneurs and industry experts from 18 institutions. De Lille believes digital literacy, AI-driven service and mentorship are vital to unlocking opportunities. Now, this targeted training and innovation, South Africa's youth could lead the sector's transformation and become tomorrow's job creators. In other local news, the Presidency and National Treasury have launched Phase 2 of Operation Vulindlela, expanding the reform agenda to include local governance, spatial inequality and digital transformation. Treasury praised progress in energy reform, but highlighted persistent infrastructure failings at municipal levels. Now, officials warn that economic growth remains constrained by service delivery failures. The reform drive, approved by Cabinet in March, now aims to integrate electricity distribution upgrades with digital modernization to unlock investment and improve quality of life across South Africa. In your international news-making headlines, cardinals from 70 countries have gathered in the Sistine Chapel yesterday to begin electing the sacred process of selecting the next pope after Pope Francis's passing. Now, the sacred conclave opened with a procession and oath of secrecy. The first vote last night produced black smoke, signaling no decision yet. Contenders include Cardinals Parolin, Tagle and Turkson. This historic gathering, the largest and most diverse ever, will continue with multiple ballots daily until a 2/3 majority is achieved, ushering in the next spiritual leader of the Catholic Church. Meanwhile, a Kenyan court yesterday sentenced 4 men to 1 year in prison or a fine of $7,700 for attempting to smuggle over 5,000 live queen ants out of the country. Authorities found the insects packed in test tubes destined for collectors in Europe and Asia. Although the men claimed the ants were for a hobby, the court ruled the volume indicated illegal wildlife trade and biopiracy. The species, including African harvester ants, are highly prized abroad. Now, the judge warned that biodiversity losses driven by greed must be curbed. And finally, in a twist straight from the silver screen, Ralph Fiennes' Oscar-winning film Conclave is reportedly helping Catholic cardinals prepare for the real-life election of the next pope, as reported earlier in the bulletin. Released just 4 months before the death of Pope Francis, the gripping drama centered on intrigue and secrets during a papal election is being used as an unofficial training guide by several of the 133 cardinals now in Rome. Many have never participated in a conclave and, according to one cleric, found the movie remarkably accurate. Directed by Edward Berger and based on Robert Harris's novel, the film swept major awards and also stars John Lithgow, Stanley Tucci and Isabella Rossellini. Well, we'll definitely keep our eyes on that developing story. So we leave your 7 o'clock news now for some sporting headlines with Graham.
Thank you so much, my friend. From life imitating art to life giving us those opportunities to paint a masterpiece. And that's what Paris Saint-Germain did last night, booking their spot in the Champions League final. That's after their 2-1 win over Arsenal, sealing a 3-1 aggregate. The Italian giants Inter Milan in Munich on the 31st of May. What a final. Now, building towards a final moment locally, Mamelodi Sundowns moved within touching distance now of an 8th straight Betway Premiership crown. That was after a dominant 3-0 win over Chippa United at Loftus yesterday. Goals from Reyners, Adams and Maseko sealing the victory, and also, in so doing, setting a club scoring record with 57 goals this season. So the Brazilians now need just 4 more points to officially clinch the title. Now we turn to cricket, and our ladies have been in the fire, courtesy of an unbelievably talented Indian team at the moment. And Jemima Rodriguez underpinned that, smashing her highest ODI score to lead India's women to a 23-1 win over the Proteas women. That was in their Servo Cup Tri-Nations class in Colombo yesterday. So India posting a commanding 337 for 9 before restricting the Proteas to 314 for 7. So the result sadly knocking our ladies out, setting up that final showdown between India and the hosts Sri Lanka. Now, we stay with an Indian cricketing connection, but a bittersweet one. This morning, Indians skipper Rohit Sharma has officially announced his retirement from Test cricket. That's, of course, ahead of their all-important England tour, ending a 67-match career that yielded 4,301 runs and gave us 12 scintillating centuries along the way. While stepping away from the red ball game, he will definitely continue in ODIs. Of course, after recently leading India to that Champions Trophy title and playing a dominant role on the field as well. And yes, he will stay in the IPL for a while, I reckon. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get the latest on the traffic front.
Oh man, let's get into what exactly is happening on the roads. We always want to guide you through it. And starting off in Gauteng and Randburg, unfortunately, there's been an accident on the N1 northbound before Malibongwe Drive, resulting in a right lane closure. Traffic is slow moving, so please do approach with caution in terms of that affected area. Then still in Gauteng, Centurion, congestion is being experienced along the N1 southbound between Brakfontein Interchange and Olifantsfontein Road. Motorists are advised to maintain a safe following distance when making use of the affected area. We'll keep you up to date with everything else you may need to know, but for now, let's get into your weather. This morning, the South African Weather Service has issued yellow level 4 warnings for damaging winds and waves from Table Bay to Plettenberg Bay, beginning tomorrow and lasting through the weekend. Gale force northwesterly winds are expected across parts of the Eastern Cape, Free State and inland Western Cape. Coastal regions could face sea navigation hazards and risk to informal settlements. Authorities are urging caution for small vessels and residents in vulnerable areas, as severe conditions may disrupt services as well as daily life. We always make sure that we keep you up to date with that, so we will do so throughout the morning. But for now, we jump on into that sunrise view, honey. We always want to see what you are seeing with those beautiful eyes. And this morning, Umkhaya wam usino from East London, where it's going to be 23 degrees Celsius, which is a little bit cold for Emonti. However, you can actually see it in this Good Morning Post. It is absolutely stunning, but you can already see that the clouds have taken over for the day, and I'm wondering if they're going to clear up a little bit. But thank you so much, Sino. This is so gorgeous. I love this picture because it just reminds me of the coast and how much I miss it. But just seeing that little peek through from the sun also lets me know that it's not going to be a bad day at all. Let us know what your sunrise view looks like by sending in that picture. The number is 063 036 9649 on WhatsApp. And then, like I say, we always get to show the rest of the country. For now, friend, there's still so much more to come. But first, let's take a look at your temperatures.
good weather across the country, but I know how I can make that even better because I only have one question for you, all right? Will you be playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot?
Yes.
It only goes down this Thursday. It's an easy yes, so don't miss out. Buy your tickets now in store. You can head to the website, nationallottery.co.za. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529 hash, and that, of course, is for USSD.
Has anyone ever stopped you to ask you for the details?
Once or twice.
It's
And
okay.
I definitely gave those
I have them
details.
written down, and we keep them on the Expresso social media pages just in case. Now, we want to make sure that you have every opportunity to punt or push or play that Daily Lotto for the estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today. It could be yours. It should be yours, in fact. You
be.
deserve it, man.
Only if we get a portion of it, then it's okay. Then you can have it.
You also deserve new music,
I think so. Tugela Ferry, aka Miss Simi, is in the building, and we can't wait to hear a little bit more about her ode, of course, to mothers out there.
So can we organise possibly the best Mother's Day gift ever, okay? We love our kitchen space. We understand how it's a blend of functionality and beauty and style. It embodies who we are. Now, if you are ready to make your, or maybe your mom's kitchen, their dream kitchen a reality, the amazing Easy Life Kitchens is giving away a kitchen makeover valued at an unbelievable 450,000 Rand.
That's
Break it down.
incredible.
Break it down.
Okay, it includes Caesar stone countertops and then also 50,000 Rand from Absa for the installation. So you don't even have to think about anything. Put your hands up and just enjoy.
That is massive. Well, you actually have to cook in the kitchen,
You
so
probably do.
you will have to get your hands dirty again. But what an opportunity. This is your chance to win the kitchen of your dreams, literally. Designed with world-class craftsmanship and style. We prove it in our space every day.
Absolutely. Now, to enter, visit one of their 43 showrooms across Southern Africa, and then all you have to do is snap a picture and explore the stunning designs, chat with their expert designers because they know exactly what they're talking about, and then take the first step towards your perfect kitchen. It all starts right there.
And an added bonus, if you are an existing ABSA client, you will automatically qualify for a bonus entry. Therefore, having 2 entries into, it might be one of the best competitions we've ever had,
I
to
would
be
say
honest. It really is
so.
good.
So please don't miss out. The kitchen giveaway ends on the 30th of June, so you have a couple of days. Visit easylifekitchens.co.za today to find your nearest showroom so that you can go ahead and snap away and chat to those consultants, and those T's and C's can be found on easylifekitchens.co.za.
Oh, so that's double good luck now. Good luck for Daily Lotto. Good luck for the Easy Life Kitchens. And good luck for the rest of your Thursday, because we're going to try and make it a Friday after the break, please.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yeah, your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And my friend, this morning we told you that we would be celebrating our moms, but we would also be celebrating an absolute superstar. Whom am I talking about? Well, it just so happens to be our Tugela fairy. I'm talking about Simi. She is a shining example of what it means to be a South African that is both beautiful, smart, and talented. And on top of that, she's also someone who has climbed the ranks in terms of the music industry so fast, but so effectively, because she has truly cemented her place in it, because everyone who hears her music can't help but fall in love. And this is why my friend this morning was celebrating with her as she pays an ode to our mothers. Everyone, please, let's give Simi a feel-good welcome. Hello, gorgeous.
How are you?
That's good. Why do you look so stunning?
Well, I'm on Expresso.
Oh, that's right. That's my queen. Oh, my Tugela fairy. We're so glad that we get to do this with you, especially with your new song, of course. But babe, let's get into this, because I feel like you're someone who has had this gift since you were young. You can't have a voice like that and not have been nurturing it since then.
Yeah.
Whatever sparked your passion for music?
I think I've always loved music in general, you know, but growing up in a household where music, you know, from my dad to my siblings. But yeah, I think as a profession, I never really knew it would be that. It was just something I was passionate about. And then I think from 2018, that's when things really just started. And all of a sudden I was the Tugela fairy. But to lie and say I have maybe always nurtured it and whatnot, no, I never did that.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's how you know it's a gift, babe.
Exactly.
Where you didn't even have to try hard,
Yeah,
but here we
music chose
are.
me, yeah.
100%. And
Yeah.
oh man, I love that you mentioned your dad playing music and everything.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like now, you know, we're at that point we were celebrating our mothers.
Yeah.
And you have your song, O Mama Bathandazayo,
Yeah.
or Forgive Me, or O Mama Bomthandazo.
Yes.
Speak to me a little bit about your relationship with your mom, especially with a song like this.
I think, you know, the song is definitely an ode and an acknowledgement to, you know, someone like my mom. She's such a strong woman, you know. Growing up, I always used to call her my soldier. Actually, she's watching right now.
Hi, Mommy!
Which is amazing. So, yeah, I think, you know, the strong, I would say I'm a powerful young woman, you know, and I really just want, I believe there's nothing that I can't do, you know, if I just put my mind to it. And I think that's really something that I take from her. So, and I pray a lot.
Amen.
Yeah.
So you are a little Mama Bomthandazo.
I am a little Mama Bomthandazo.
I love that. Amen. Thank you, Mom. And babe, I mean, you know, being a musician can be something that's a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
You know, but there's also the fun parts of it.
Yes.
Let's jump into it. What's your least and favorite part of being a musician?
My least and favorite part of being a musician is I'm not very free. Like, I'm a very reserved person, you know, introvert. So I really struggled a lot with, you know, just being out there and being famous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's one of the things that music really took away from me. And also just, you know, when you become famous, it sometimes just hinders with you being in love with it, because you just get tired and like, I'm so tired, I might not want to do this anymore. But yeah, you wake up tomorrow and like, yeah, where are we going? Let's do this.
Let's do this because of that passion, right?
It's the passion, man. It's there, yeah.
And what's your best part about being a musician?
My best part is, you know, just getting a chance to tell stories. I always say we make a fool of ourselves in front of the world.
That's true.
But at the same time, I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy telling people stories, and they're like, man, I've been through this, and they're healed, or they are happy, or, you know, they feel whatever they feel through my stories. So I really think that's a beautiful thing.
I love that. Yeah. And with you releasing music, this means there is a pending project, Simi. I'm very, very excited. Simi, tell us more about this, please. Is it coming soon? Is it coming later?
Yes, definitely. The third chapter of Tugela Fairy. It's meant to come out this year.
Yes.
The pressure is up there.
Yes, I'm one of the pressurizers because I want the album. Yes, ma'am.
I know, but I want it to be so beautiful. But yes, it's definitely coming.
And can you tell us anything about it? We're a home of exclusives here.
Well, as I just said, it's going to be beautiful.
Yes.
And it's my first project released under my, you know, newly owned company, Fairyland.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm also excited about that. It's overwhelming, but it's going to happen, man. I'm going to be so happy when it finally happens.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And you saying it's the first project released under Fairyland. Speak to us a little bit about why it was right for you to start this new company now.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think, you know, this is like my 8th year in the industry, and I think with the knowledge that I've learned, Also, just, with the team that I worked with, we felt like, man, it's time, maybe let me start my own thing now.
Yes.
Obviously getting help as well, but I think it's so important for me to just, as overwhelming and as hard as it is, I think in the next few years I'll be looking back and be like, man, I did it. It's hard, but look at it, it's mine, and yeah, I can build something from that.
And it's all yours, baby. You're already building now. I mean,
building.
exactly.
Yeah.
So in a few
Yeah.
years, it's just going to be an even bigger empire.
Yes,
and I think you can be so proud. Because
Yeah,
like you
I
said, you're a young, powerful woman, which I think is that you stepping into your power exactly.
Yes, definitely.
So thank you. That's beautiful, my Simi.
Thank you.
My babes, it's time for the first song of the morning. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, and you brought along a friend, Kesana. So let's get into it. Mzansi, you're going to want to turn up the music because the beautiful sounds you're about to hear are courtesy of Simi as well as Umtunzi. It is their song, Ginawe. Let's give it a round of applause, everybody.
Ngiyaliphodloza lolu donga phela mina ngifuna ukubona futhi ngiyazi lapho ukhona ngabe ngihlala isipithiphithi nawe mama ngikuthengela ikikiliki sidla nawe sibukele ungently awusidli upopcorn sengiintroduce a message I ngiyakhumbula ngiyakudinga
It's a family show. It's a family show. It's a family show. Come on! Come on, everybody! Oh, my goodness. Listen, Zanzi, these two right over here are some of the most talented humans in this country. And honestly, we are so blessed to have them start off our morning. Umtunzi as well as Usimi. Simi is not going anywhere. She's still got that beautiful ode to our mother that's going to be coming up. But we also need to get into why our moms are so much more than just moms. That's all happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And then we're also going to be jumping into Game's Pink celebration of 55 years, my friend. They have unbeatable deals that are going to be coming your way. So trust me, you want to stick around. We got a whole lot more coming up as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
So much more than just a mom. Welcome back. Let's revel in how amazing our moms are. As we count down to Mother's Day, we are celebrating the women who have shaped our hearts, lifted our dreams, and pretty much loved us into becoming who we are today. So in today's, I think, very warm and fuzzy little moment here, a heartfelt moment brought to you by the incredible Ellis Brown. So thank you to them for creating this platform for us. We are opening the conversation, sharing some stories, moments and memories that show just how amazing every mom and mother figure is out there. More than just a title, so much more.
I would agree with that
Probably
entirely.
saved us, saved the country, saved the planet, and certainly saved me.
And the
my
worst
friend.
part is that they don't get acknowledgement for it because we almost take for granted, oh, it's mom. Mom is mom.
They don't need it. And I think that's, well, they might not know that they need it, but I think that's the bottom line here, is a mother does it regardless.
This is true.
Of the validation
Ah,
or what they
that's
take out of it, or
beautiful.
getting their flowers. So I think maybe we need to get the flowers. I mean, this is a tough one because you've lived a life with your mommy, but if there is something that stands out that just really embodies her and the connection that you have, what is it about your mom that makes her so magical for you?
I love my mom down. Let me tell you. We definitely have gone through many things. And I think throughout the years, I've realized that, yes, she is so much more than just an MOM, a mother, a mom, a mummy. Like, she is my world. And I don't say it often enough, but I don't know where I would be without her. And I think the best way that she did this is by living by example. She's got this like quiet confidence. She's a little bit silly, and she's just so incredibly warm. I remember my cousin at one of my mom's birthdays said the best part about her is when she smiles, she completely lights up the entire space, the entire room, and that's it. She's almost like a light bearer.
You know, it's funny, as you say these words, it's kind of how I would describe you to someone else entering into the space. So this is
Well,
how
then my mom did a great job.
Exactly, and we forget that we feed off what we see, not what we are told. In that sense, I love it. I think for me, I had this major moment with my mom. There was a photo up on her. She's always kept photo walls with the whole family, and that saved my life in itself, seeing my whole family on a wall one morning, waking up in the worst state of mind that I've ever been. And there have been many moments like that, but there was one photo of her sitting on the steps outside UCT with a guitar on the first day of varsity, and I thought, wow, she's the coolest person.
She's so cool.
What happened on that day, she was randomly walking past with her guitar that she had never played before, and a reporter made her sit down with a bunch of strangers and just play. Now, that is the most Graham thing that has ever happened, ever. It happens on the show every day. And I was like, Mom, you are a human being just like me.
Right.
Absolutely love that. So if you, and I'll put you on the spot here, one word to describe your mom.
That's tough. Just one. You know what?
you.
And it's a very simple one at that, but I would definitely say love. I feel like my mom embodies a love like I've just never experienced outside of her ever. And almost that's kind of what you expect from mothers, right? But I think that you do have a choice when you're a mom. You can tap in or tap out. And the fact that she fully was present all the times leans into it at every moment, even when I was a complete terror. And even to this day, where, I mean, our bond has definitely gotten a lot closer. She is just love personified. How about you?
Like that. I think, and it's morphed, because I used to say compassion all the time. And I remember sitting down with Archbishop Desmond Tutu, bless him, and my mother having tea, literally. I mean, a perfect moment in my life. And I was a third wheel. And I'm just watching my mom and the Arch have the most beautiful human conversation.
God,
and it dawned on me that they match each other on the compassion level, that she has led with that. But that's not the heart of it. It's strength. To be compassionate requires strength and control and a completely different understanding. And that's been my key north.
100%. I love that.
Man.
Compassion requires strength. I'm here for it. Okay, here's one for you, Graham. Complete the sentence. My mom is so much more than just a mom. She's my...
She's my protector.
Yeah.
If I think of the risk in her life as a young parent and what that would have meant to her, what she would have had to have done to protect myself and my sister, I can't find that within myself, not yet, and I will always live to that. So I will say she is, and it still is. When I'm at my weakest point, I can still plug into her and get exactly that. Brutal honesty, which is required, but she is like so many. And I think we owe our mamas, we owe our gogos in this country a massive debt of gratitude, because they are looking after our children. They are growing and developing our young people.
They're raising a nation.
Exactly. So I think we need to kind of get that equation right, man.
Oh, great. That was beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
I love you, Mom.
I'm trying not to tear up as I'm getting into it. But this morning on social media, we did ask you to answer the simple question, but it does mean so much more. It is, my mom is so much more than just my mom. She's my, and we put it to you. So let's see what some of you had to say.
Oh, Manila Naika, good morning, Manila. She said, my mom is so much more than just a mom. My mom is the embodiment of unconditional love, unwavering support, and unrelenting encouragement.
Ooh.
She's my everything.
Manila,
Mamas
that's
don't
beautiful.
quit.
Nah,
Mamas don't quit,
They do
man.
not quit. Well, Monica Bartman says, my mom is so much more than just a mom. She is strong. She is kind-hearted, confident woman, a prayer warrior. I love that. My mom is my mentor, my rock, my queen, and she just means everything to me. Yo, our mom's prayers have carried us through dark times, is all I'm saying.
Completely. Minky weighing in, saying my mom is so much more than just a mom. She is my rock, my life jacket, and best friend. That is beautifully put. That is so on it, man.
Terence Pillay says that she's my all in all, my mum that can be able to pick me up in any situation. She's so much more than gold and silver, the true value that can always step in through life's ups and life's downs. Oh.
Wow, man.
Mothers, we love you.
I was going to say AI for what?
For who?
Some real emotion. Absolutely beautiful. Now, here's the bottom line. Don't just say it to us. Say it to your mother. Take a quiet moment, make a connection, look deep into her eyes, into her soul, and let her know how you feel, because they might not ask for or require any validation, but they certainly do deserve it.
And they will appreciate that more than the flowers in the world. Just your words alone could definitely set them on the path for the next half of their life even. Oh, mums, we love you. Mama Bear, I love you. And we definitely love you, Expresso fam. Mums are just so much more, and they're our strength, our softness, and our everything, which is why we want to reward you with something.
Oh, man, it's just a little something, a chance to win one of 3 1,000 Rand cash prizes. To earn that, you've got to reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and answer this. My mom is so much more than just a mom. She's my, and we've given you some great examples. Don't forget to hashtag so much more, because they do deserve it. And that competition closes on the 14th of May, but you can find all the T's and C's that apply on expressoshow.com.
I love that. Thank you, Ellis Brown, for allowing us this moment. Cheers to our moms.
I love you, Mommy.
Listen, I'm busy looking at what you're about to check out, my beautiful family. And this is what it is all about. Game came to party. And on top of that, Mzansi always knows how to party because it is all about 55 years in game, being in the game. And on top of that, it was a celebration and a half. There was cheers in between all the aisles. There were all of these beautiful customers that showed up just to show love to game. And what did game show up with? Unbeatable deals, my friend. But on top of that, Carl pulled through for the vibes and the happiness. And in between all of it, he also got to see what the prices were, where the wildness just continues. My lovely deals that feel like gifts, as well as a birthday bash like no other. This is exactly where we are in celebrating game and their unbeatable deals. Check this out.
Durban getting ready to party because we're at Gateway Mall today at one of the biggest stores, biggest game stores in South Africa. And little birdie told me that it's their 55th celebration. Yes, you heard that right. 55 years of big deals, big promos, and just continuously bringing lekker vibes into our lives. I think it's a great opportunity to chat to some customers and some staff to know exactly why it's awesome to be a gamer.
I've been shopping in game more than 30 years. The thing that makes me come back to the game, it's their appliances. It's guaranteed and it's good. I'm always happy. Something 55-inch for 599. Wow. It's amazing. Their customer service is good. Keep on doing that. Happy birthday, Kim. I love you.
So the memory that stands out the most to me is when the CEO came to the store. We did like a dance and we welcomed him. It was like a totally different experience. And I think he felt very welcome and we was very excited at the time.
I've been working in games since I was a cashier, but they grown me until I've become a manager.
I've been in the company for 19 years, so celebrating 55 years is an amazing milestone for the company.
55 years in the game and 23 years of your career here at Game, right? And if I know one thing about you guys are all about big deals. Tell me, what can a customer expect walking in here for the massive deals for the 55th year celebration?
We've got some incredible deals that our merchants put together, so the customers can just go to our website, www.game.co.za, and they will find these incredible deals there.
That's fantastic. Everything is extra. It's bigger. It's better this year. What extras can we expect as customers walking in here? I know you guys always have something up your sleeve.
Yes, we do. We've got extended trading hours.
Okay.
If you want to go to our extended trading hours, you can go to our website where you can see all the stores with the extended trading hours.
Sure, so we're not only getting the best deals, we're also shopping for longer. I know that this year is all about presents and what we're about to receive because we're getting so many things with Game. Tell me about this Wish It All competition.
For the customer to enter, they just have to send their wish to Game at our Facebook page, Instagram or X, where they will stand a chance to win one voucher of 5,500 Rand, which means 5 customers can win a voucher of 5,500 Rand.
Patrick, put me in a trolley now, please. We are going shopping right this second. And listen, today we are shopping the biggest deals in South Africa. We like to call Game the pink heart of the nation. Extended shopping hours, and more importantly, a Wish It All competition you don't want to miss. With an opportunity to win 5,500 Rand, I might send Game a birthday wish myself.
I would like to wish Game a very, very happy 55th birthday, and wish Game to grow in leaps and bounds, and we wish Game another 55 years to come.
My birthday wish for Game obviously will be to have more customers come in, to let the company grow bigger, expand more.
From the biggest store in South Africa to 55 years of unbeatable value. Happy birthday, Game. We cannot wait to see what you do with the next 55 years.
Oh, my my goodness, I am so jealous. Kyle looks like he had the time of his life. I'm also jealous of all the people who were able to take advantage of the unbeatable deals, okay? For me, I know that you are still in luck, my friend, and can still go take advantage of them because you can get it now in store at Game or you can shop online because Game has got that game, darling, and they 100% are here for us when we are celebrating 55 years of that pink celebration, and I absolutely love it. It's always just such a great time because when Game says unbeatable, they mean it, all right? You're still right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and coming on up, we're going to be getting into some yummy things such as a cheese and pesto pastry twist that I genuinely feel like I would love. And I know that Cape Town has got us when it comes to that recipe, but then we know it's Mother's Day in a little bit, and this is why Carissa's got us with those beauty gifts that your mom would love. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We know that Mother's Day is knocking, Expresso fam, so I've got some great news for you. If you're still on the hunt for the perfect Mother's Day gift, listen, I've got you because Woolies has also got us, and the Woolworths Beauty Festival is back, and just in time for Mother's Day. Now, it's giving you 25% off 2 selected beauty products, which does mean that you can get something for mom and listen, of course, something for yourself as well. It's the best of both worlds, so let me give you a heads up as to some of my favorite products. We're going to start with some fragrances. I absolutely love to smell good. I love the compliment that when you walk into a space, somebody says, Carissa, what is that? And I've had that so many times with this one in particular. Now, this is one of my favorite fragrances ever. The packaging is absolutely breathtaking. And then you get the actual bottle itself. Now, this is the Jean Paul Gaultier, and it is so good. It is standout fragrance that will definitely suit many personalities and moods. It's the La Belle Paradise Garden. Now, this scent is a little bit luxurious, but definitely still has those floral undertones. It also has some aquatic notes and a bit of amber thrown in there as well for some interest and intrigue, all housed in this beautiful bottle. And a fun fact is that one of my first fragrances that I saw my mom using was the original Jean Paul Gaultier. I'm sure you've seen that one before. That looks exactly like this, but is more of a peachy nude color. I remember seeing it in her cupboard going, one day when I'm big, I want to have fragrances just like my mother, and I have. That definitely is one of my favorite ones. I bought it many times over. And then let's talk about Gucci, baby. Now, in and of itself, the packaging is absolutely breathtaking, and this is Gucci Flora. Now, it is radiant. It also has a beautiful love letter to mom feel. So when she opens this up, she'll feel like maybe my baby does love me at the end of the day. It definitely has a luminous sun-kissed note to it, and it's very inviting as well. In fact, let me have a little bit of a sniff of, oh my gosh, immediately I can smell that goodness. Yes, I can imagine it in summer, but for those warmer winter days, this will be a definite go-to. So many other options for you as well to smell good, but let's talk about taking care of our hands, all right, as well as our nails. Now, W Beauty has so many great things with their Simply Floral hand and nail set. Now, this one comes in a beautiful box that already looks like the gift that keeps on giving. And we know that our mothers work so hard, not only in the kitchen, many times at the desk, and of course, in raising the generation that we are. So it includes a nourishing hand and nail lotion, as well as a cream, a hand sanitizer, of course, in these winter months, and a cuticle oil, and that is all available here. What's nice is that the size of them is great to pop into your bag, so your mum can just walk around with something like this, and when her cuticles are not feeling as good, or even at night next to her nightstand, all she has to do is just put it on. A little bit of daily indulgence that smells incredibly good. It's got like a rose fragrance to it as well. And along the same line, we also have the Nail Cream Trio. Definitely on the go for beautiful self-care as she's moving around, doing her shopping, making sure she's ticking the boxes of her to-do list. We've got a couple of options for you. There's Magnolia, there's a Rose, and there's a Lily. So all those beautiful floral tones is what you can expect here. In fact, there's 3 of them. You can keep one next to her bedside, she can put one in her office, and she can definitely have one in her car on the go. Its convenience means luxury wherever she finds herself. All right, so we've done some fragrance, we've done some nail and hand care. Let's get into W Beauty. Now, this one is the Sleep Well range, and I also absolutely love the fact that it is pink. It is just so good. Escape in a bottle, or in a couple of bottles if you go for the entire range. It's got a pillow mist, which I know I buy for my mom every other month, an exfoliating body scrub, calming bath and body oil, as well as a lotion to top it all off. And this one right here, in case you're wondering, yes, that's a foot mask. It's everything your mom needs to have a spa treatment at home, and it's just designed to allow her to relax and recharge and just feel her best self. I think our moms have a million tabs open in their minds all the time. They're thinking about yesterday, today, and 5 years' time. So just to have that moment for her to step back, relax, and enjoy. And if you're really overwhelmed by all of these options, a great go-to is the W Beauty favorites. Now, this one has got a collection to the value of 579 Rand, all of your favorites from the W Beauty range. Pop this in a gift bag and your mum would be incredibly impressed by you, and also happy that you are taking care of her the same way that she's taking care of you. That's for your mum and your mum figures. So I only have one question for you, Feel Good fam. What are you waiting for? Get to your nearest Woolworths beauty store and please go ahead and shop these beautiful festival favorites now. A reminder once again that you get 25% off 2 selected beauty products, and this offer is valid until Sunday the 11th of May. So for your last minute shoppers, yes, head in store, head online, and head on the app and make sure that you get to shopping. T's and C's do apply and can be found on woolworths.co.za. Please spoil your mums.
Lonel is here. We can be excited. Lonel Lewis is a master at anything. So we thought, let's make him make a sauce this morning. No, we're going to have a whole lot of fun. We are making some beautiful cheesy basil twists. We love the flavor profile of pesto. But before we talk pesto, let's talk person. How are you, my brother? How's it going?
Yourself?
I'm very good. All the better for having you here. So you're on sauce duty. I am on pastry duty today, and we are going to have some fun. Whether it's sweet or savory, I think we all might just have a love affair with puff pastry. There's nothing quite like it, and there's hundreds, literally, of ways of using it. If you're seeking some inspiration for a quick Mother's Day treat, or any day treat, really, these cheese and pesto pastry twists, not only delicious, they are hopefully quite easy to prepare. So today, ready rolled puff pastry is going to be the key. I absolutely love the fact that half the battle is won.
Yeah.
You are pretty much comfortable doing anything, I've realized.
Yes.
When it comes to the baking space, are you building your confidence in that area? How do you feel about baking, my brother?
I am not so confident in baking because I feel like something can go wrong and it won't rise in the oven.
It feels kind of like scientific a lot of the time. Okay, we've got a beautiful piece here that we are going to cut into 2 now. So what I'm going to do first up is just put a little bit of flour here. And I suppose just, as much as this is really easy to work with, treat it with care. It is kind of vitally important, forming the base of our little twists. Have you ever made anything like this?
I've made the pastry with the chocolate.
Ooh.
The Nutella spread.
Ooh.
So delicious.
I'm thinking put some nuts in there. Or you could go the cinnamon route if you want. I absolutely love that. I'm going to pop you there for now. Okay, so I'm going to kind of cut this in half, okay? And one is going to be our bottom layer and one is going to be our top layer. So on the bottom layer, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Obviously, pesto is king, so we're going to do lots of pesto.
Ooh, that looks good already.
And I'm the kind of guy, I think where my baking generally goes wrong is I put too much. Too much filling, too much of everything, and that I think is okay for this.
But I feel like with food, like when you're doing something savory, you can always play around with the flavors and things. I'm scared of baking, actually.
Well, hopefully we'll get you over that today. We've got some Parmesan. No, I think it's where I generally fall down is just don't deviate from the recipe.
Yes.
And then use ingredients that are going to absolutely shine. I really am loading these with cheese, but I think that's key because it's just absolutely
basically
amazing.
finished with my sauce.
Oh, that looks amazing. So talk us through what went into your sauce there, buddy.
So we got cream cheese, we got sour cream and sweet chili, and you just mix it up and you got it.
Yay!
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I've laid our second layer on here. I'm going to coy a little bit of egg wash. And then I'm going to cut it into strips and slice it up. I mean, come on, this is actually baking, dude. As much as we want to make it more complicated or difficult than it is.
You can sprinkle some sesame seeds on top as well.
And that's going to look amazing as well, having a beautiful little black counterbalance.
Color.
Little bits of crunch. Okay, hang on a bit. And then we are going to cut these into strips, I reckon, probably about there, hey? Let's try that. Dun, dun, dun. Like that. Dun, dun, dun.
That was quick and easy, actually.
It really is. I mean, and we always use the term on this show, rustic. Okay?
Rustic.
Because it's okay if it doesn't look absolutely perfect every time, man. Okay, obviously there's going to be a bit more filling in our middle piece. Do you want to try your hand at twisting one of these guys?
Okay.
Okay. Which one? You go for that one. I'll try this one. And then...
just twist it like that.
Yeah, I think we're going to need another egg wash, hey? Oh, that looks good.
That is perfect.
Well done. Hey?
There we go.
Absolutely amazing. I'm actually going to give that a little bit more of an egg wash.
Yeah.
And then it's into the oven. Oh, wait, we want our little sprinkle, hey?
Sprinkle. Yeah.
Okay, let's pour a little bit of that. I'm going to give you an egg wash here. Yay! And then the beautiful thing is the house gets filled with the scents of cooking.
Aroma.
Oh, okay, I'm going to let you continue doing the twisting and the shrinking and the sprinkling. I mean, this couldn't be simpler, and it shows love and effort. And it really does hinge on using the right kind of ingredients. And today offers affordable and convenient, clearly entertaining with a delicious and very versatile frozen range, perfect for today and every other day. And the product quality and its convenience has made today South Africa's #1 puff pastry with good reason. So to get your puff pastry baked perfectly, simply defrost it at room temperature and then bake. It really is as simple as that. And if you can think it, you can make it and you can bake it. Okay, I'm going to do one more twist here. I love this for us. I have a feeling this is going to become like a weekend favorite.
A little bit more egg wash?
There we go. Yeah, let's do a little bit more egg wash. And then I think we need to taste our finished product there because this looks amazing. And this is the biggest mess I've ever made. And I'm embracing it.
I think this will be a fun activity to do with like kids.
Oh, completely. You want your kids to get passionate about cooking. It's not just about enjoying eating.
Exactly.
They must enjoy the food
Exactly.
culture that comes with it. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Let's pop these guys into our tray. Look at how beautiful that looks. Let's give you this little twist there. In fact, I'm going to give that to you to finish the twist because he has proven he can literally do anything. As simple as it is, it does have a little play-by-play, and you can find that ingredient list and recipe on expressoshow.com. And if you are a huge fan of today, and I would imagine there are a few out there, then you can stand the chance to get your creative hands on a Today hamper, and it's very cool. So you've got to visit Expresso's social media pages right now and answer this question. Tell us what your favorite thing is to make using Today ready rolled puff pastry. It can be something really interesting, maybe something we hadn't thought of, but make it good. And you can find the T's and C's on expressoshow.com. Look at you, man.
There we go.
I love these. And you know that there's going to be crispy bits. There's going to be the unctuous cheese.
There
it's
we go.
spectacular.
Our artwork.
There we go. A nice, dirty little fist bump. I think we have earned the right to taste a little guy there. I'm going to get stuck in there. I'm going to, sorry, excuse my dirty hands. There we go. That is for you.
Here we go.
Let's get some of this guy. Woo-hoo-hoo.
And we dip it in.
And we dip. There we go. Carissa, you are rubbernecking. Cheers. Ching, ching.
Oh my goodness, that looks so good. And I'm not just talking about Lonel, okay? I can't wait to taste that. But listen, speaking about the man himself, he joins us in just a little bit on the couch. Yes, we were talking about entertainment news, and I have to ask him about the Met Gala looks. Now, Rihanna was one of my favorites, and I wonder if he would agree to that. He definitely came looking the part today, so I can't wait to find out exactly what the fashion police has to say. Not only that, Simi still out in Jersey is going to entertain us, Feel Good Fam, and I can't wait to get into some quick fire questions with her. Zanele is standing by with the hottest of questions to put her in the hot seat, so stick around to find out more. Okay, it's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn.
You left your whole plate.
Thanks.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're still on Expresso, and we missed you just for those 2 seconds. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you're still here, though, especially because we're getting to know Simi, our beautiful songstress, a little bit better with a quick fire questions game. My Simi, are you ready?
Oh, no.
Not oh, no. Simi, come on. It's nothing too difficult.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's start here. If you could spend a day in someone else's shoes, whose would they be?
Dolly Parton.
Why?
Gosh, she has a whole, is it Dollywood? And yeah, she's
cute.
just living her best life.
Okay, here we go. What's the name of your first hit?
First hit, Umahlalela.
Yes. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn in public?
Worn?
Yeah, like I remember the one time I wore like a mini skirt and leggings when it used to be in.
Yo, I'm always choosing comfortable stuff, so I know I've definitely worn, you know when you wear something that is see-through and then your underwear shows?
I know it. We've all been there. Oh, Sana. Okay, what's the silliest nickname you've ever been given?
I don't know, man. My nickname is Pooh, so I don't know if there's anything that could be sillier than
It's
that.
Pooh?
Yeah, it's Pooh.
What does that mean?
I was very tiny. I was born prematurely, so it was just like,
so you're
Pooh.
What's the best place you've traveled to outside of the country?
Outside of the country, best place. Oh my gosh, no.
You don't want to choose?
Because it's always been work.
Yeah.
So,
which one comes to mind first?
The Kenya.
Oh, nice. That's a nice one. Okay, who is your favorite superhero?
Superhero is Pocahontas.
That's adorable. Oh my
Definitely
goodness.
a superhero.
She really is. What's a bad habit that you'd like to break? Not sleeping.
Overthinking.
Ooh.
Overthink a lot.
Speaking to my heart now, babe. Okay. What's the weirdest food combination that you enjoy?
It's eggs, cucumber, umdumba.
Okay.
With so many, I just mix that tomato, anything. No, yeah, even uputu can get in there.
What's going on, Sim? What's happening? What's going on? Because they are scaring me with this combination. It sounds like anything you find in the kitchen.
It's everything. It's crunchy. It's, yeah, savory. It's perfect.
I'm stressed. Let's move on to the next one. What's your favorite time of the day?
time of the day. I'm an owl.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you like the nighttime?
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's always so peaceful at that time, right?
Definitely.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's your idea of a perfect date?
Perfect date.
I
think doing something fun, you know, I'm not really a
Yes.
sit down. We can sit down later.
Okay.
But for now, let's go and skate. You know?
Oh, like quad biking.
Yeah, let me see you fall and let's see
oh,
how
that's
you act.
adorable. Are you a hopeless romantic?
I am.
So am I.
am.
Okay, hopeless romantics unite. I love it. Beautiful. Simi, are you ready for your next song, my love?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Before Simi comes through with her ode to our mothers as we're about to celebrate Mother's Day, Cape Teasy, Fo Sheezy, apparently you want us to win. What do we need to know, friends?
Oh, it has been a day of winning. There is money, there are kitchens, there's a whole lot of crazy winning going on. But of course, the small matter of 550,000 Rand waiting to be grabbed in the daily lotto. That is our jackpot this Thursday, so please don't miss out. Get your ticket now. You can do it in-store, online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app, you can use your own cell phone banking, or you can dial *120 *7529# for those USSD. By now, you should know.
I love that. By now, you should. But if you just missed a detail or two, don't worry, because we have everything on our Expresso social media pages. So do go and check them out. And then Panda Pusha Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today. Over $500,000, and you could win big. So all you have to do is play right now. Doesn't get any better or easier than that.
Absolutely love it. Well, we're calling it a Klein Vrydag. Simi's got a performance, and we'll see you now.
I told you they want you to win, and we all do. So go and get those details on our Expresso Show pages, okay? Right now, though, you need to stick around because, my friend, this is what we've been waiting for. The ode to our mothers, all in lieu of Mother's Day. It is Simi and Junior SA with Omama Bomtanda. So let's give it up, everybody.
Oh,
love you, Simi, and we love you, Mama. What a beautiful ode to all the mothers out there. Thank you so much. I think we'll sneak in one more performance.
Please.
One more.
Did you notice how we clapped with some paddles?
I know, those pedals make me nervous.
You requested them, Gray, and they said, all right, we'll do it.
Notice how I don't get one, okay? I'm not allowed one, apparently, okay? They're not for discipline, though. They are there for the Met Gala.
They are.
So they are kind of there for discipline.
They are, because come correct, okay? We have Lonel still in the building, and of course, we have to go through a couple of looks. The Met looks for sure, and not only that, we have to get into some entertainment news because Casper Nyovest is doing big things.
He's going to fill up another stadium.
I sure as heck hope so.
You can do
Not
it.
only that, we have to get into Rick Ross praising South Africa, and he has not been shy in just showing us that he loves this country. And I'll tell you which city in particular he's been loving lately.
He's going to fill up a stadium as well.
Yeah.
Everyone, just come to South Africa. We'll fill your stadium and your cup right up after this. We'll see now. Was that a success or a hot mess?
Success.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I've been waiting for this moment because we have to get into some entertainment news, all right? And we brought the perfect person along with it. He's a trendsetter, taste maker. I'm talking about none other than Lonel Livis, South Africa's content creator and influencer of the highest degree, who has taken TikTok by storm. Known for his infectious energy, diverse content, and his mukbangs, Lonel is here to join us for a roundup of the latest in entertainment news. I'm telling you, you've made me crave food that I shouldn't be eating, Lonel. Every other day, I'm like, I have to now eat chicken, like fried chicken.
In the 9,000th different way that we can find to make it. Now, you're absolutely killing it in your space, so well done, buddy.
We
well
love
done.
it. Are you ready for some entertainment news?
He does look quite, what? Judgerach.
Judgerach. Yeah.
This morning. Maybe we'll save that for the Met Gala later. But who are we judging today?
Not Casper, because we want to
Never.
praise him. Never that. We absolutely love Mufasa, and we've got to actually give him his flowers because, as we know, he's a history maker, and he's done it once again for the 6th installment of his iconic Fill Up concert series. So if you remember back in 2015, he actually launched this, and there were a couple of naysayers. There were a couple of people that were like, you cannot fill up a stadium. Are you Chris Brown? Like, are you Michael Jackson?
And a big stadium at that.
Exactly. Absolutely crazy. He attempted and did fill up a huge stadium, and now he's trying to do it once again to the amount of 40,000. Wow. That's the capacity out in the Free State Stadium. But he's done it before, and you know what? He's going to do it again.
It's going to be even better.
Has he ever been to Free State to try this? Because I think he's got a captive market out there. He wouldn't be doing this as a massive risk. I think he would have done his homework. But I would imagine there is a huge kind of ground swell of fan base there that haven't been served yet. So I think he'll do it quickly.
And I'm telling you, I love Casper Nyovest. I recently saw him out in Joburg performing, and he is just mind-blowing. He's got so many hits that you're like, oh, wait, that's Casper.
That's him, exactly.
Like, I forgot
He
that
is a
he's
top
got that.
international hip-hop star.
I'm telling you, entertainer of note. So whether you are a diehard Casper fan or just kind of want to figure out what's this guy about, you'll be entertained regardless.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah. Are you a fan of Casper?
I love him.
Love Casper Nyovest. Duck Shebeleza. All right, it all goes down really soon. Tickets will also go on sale, so make sure that you get yours. All right, if you're in the Free State or want to make your way over there, they're the details.
Make
6
a weekend
December.
of it, yo.
He's also given you a heads up, so December will be sorted. Really excited for Casper. All right, let's get into some less exciting news. It's all about our ex-head girl and head boy, Sia Khaleesi and Rachel.
Oh, we got to go there.
Yeah, we're going to have to go there because recent news came out, right? So we know that usually when it comes to weddings, you sign certain things beforehand. Unfortunately for them, they did not sign an annulment before. So what happens now during the divorce procedure is that whatever net worth Sia has, which is up to the value of 35 million, Rachel gets half.
Ooh.
So she walks away with about 17.5 million, which I don't think is a terrible thing.
It's as it should be, and I think Sia would be on that page as well. He's an unbelievably stand-up guy, and he would know exactly what his responsibilities are moving forward. And he is a family man, and he would understand exactly that role. But it is cool to hear about these sorts of things. There's something about it where you're like, because it almost kind of, we would only normally talk about Hollywood stars like this, you know? And he also sits on that international star level. But I think take nothing away from how challenging it must be to have these kind of details of your life kind of out there. So keep that in mind.
I mean, Lonal, can you imagine? One day when you hit the millies and now everybody knows
He's thinking about who he needs to marry right now. That's what's going through.
Exactly. 100%. But I think, like you said, Gray, he is a family man. I think he's made it quite known that that's a top priority. And they share kids together. He's got his brother and his sister as well. And I feel like that is where a lot of the money is going to be pumped into anyway.
They'll be okay.
Yeah, they'll be fine. 17.5 million's nice, though. I wouldn't mind that. Okay, no. I'm not calling on any drama in my life. I'm not even married yet. What am I saying? All right, another great story. Rick Ross. He's been to South Africa. He loves Soweto. He spent some time out there when he created music with Questa. And he's back again. He was headlining a festival out in Durban. And he said, I love the city so much. And it only makes sense because Durban is beautiful.
It's a party.
It is.
And it's a party. What a combination.
He must feel like he's on another planet when he goes down to Durban because he will be loved there.
Everyone loves South Africa when they come in.
They
do. You can't not love.
Exactly.
What do you think it is about South Africa that people just can't get enough of?
I think it's the friendliness and that sense of home. You know, in other countries, it's very...
You feel like a foreigner.
You feel like a foreigner, but we welcome. I don't
Also,
feel like
South Africans don't really care about celebrity as well. I think you can come and be just a normal person here, you know?
We don't. I remember times, even in Cape Town, because we care even less here, where, I mean, back in the day, I saw famous personalities walk in, it was like Long Street or Town. Nobody even batted an eye. I say, guys, shame. At least give them a, oh my gosh, it's you. Like no, nobody even cared.
We don't care, man. We don't care.
Which is probably refreshing for somebody like, Rick Ross. Yeah. So he did say, I love it. It's beautiful. And he has been to Cape Town. Just move here already. You're welcome. You're allowed. Another woman that would be welcomed in South Africa, I know this for sure, is Miss Barbara Streisand.
Wow.
Across generations, people love her. And she announced that come next month, come June, she's going to be releasing a new album. It's called The Secret of Life Partners Volume 2. So it's the second one.
Okay.
And she's got so many collaborations.
Well, who are those partners? Because the first one was insane.
Okay, the collaborations include Mariah Carey, Ariana Grande.
Oh, my word.
Josh Groban, where has he been?
Wow.
Seal, Bob Dylan, okay. Sam Smith, Sting, and then bring it back, Hosier, and Paul McCartney. So a lot of posthumous work as well, but like beautiful.
But only Barbara Streisand could command a collab space like that, man.
100%. Like, have you ever seen a lineup like this? She is such an incredible talent, and I can't wait to hear exactly what this is about. She sings some of my favorite songs. I'm never gonna dance
10
again.
Grammys. She smashed it down. Multiple Academy Awards for music and performances.
Wow.
She stands alone. She's kind of a unicorn in the industry in that
100%.
space, who can match her music and film contribution kind of stride on stride. But imagine how cool it would be for someone like Ariana Grande to get that call.
For Barbara Streisand's people? Ariana is also our modern day Barbara. Can I say that?
Okay. With a bit of Mariah thrown in there.
It's a bit of a stretch, but we love her regardless. And that's a wrap of your entertainment news part 1, because we still have to touch on the Met Gala with our pedals. Is it a hot mess? Is it a success? We'll find out from the panel that be in just a little bit. For now, though, we head over to our Entertainment Central out in Jersey. Zanele, what's going on?
Oh, man, listen, today really is just one of those days where it's a beautiful morning together. But I also know that we have made sure that we brought all of the right people to make sure that it's a delicious mixed masala, all right? And this is why in a little bit, we're going to be chatting to DJ Duoff, who is in the building to chat all things the TikTok African All-Stars series. If you haven't heard about it as yet, trust me, it's something that you want to hear about, my friend. And then we're also going to be jumping on into something else that I know you're going to love. It is the eFarmer app and how it's absolutely transforming farming. And you know how much in South Africa we're trying to get more and more into agriculture. These are the kinds of technological advancements that we need. I like it. In fact, I like it a lot. What I like even more is you being in the building. So please don't leave. Otherwise, it's going to make me sad. Ne? We're going to take a 2-minute break and we'll see you on the other side of it.
This Mother's Day, Native Child wants to thank you for being the amazing mom you are. 6 lucky mums will win 800 Rand worth of Native Child award-winning products. Whether your hair is curly, coily, straight, natural, or treated, they've got you covered. Entering is easy. Follow at nativechild.co on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Post your hair photo, tag nativechild.co, and use hashtag Pamper with Native Child. Make sure your profile is public. Competition ends 9th of May 2025. T's and C's apply. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. You see why I like you so much? Because you didn't go anywhere. I like this. Us being together, okay? And one of my favorite things I always tell you, it is getting to celebrate amazing humans that are doing such incredible things. And today, her name is DJ Duop. She has taken not just South Africa, but the world by storm. And with the TikTok African All-Star series getting started, friend, of course it is with Film Pella, but he's the one who dives into the lives of these really incredible creatives that are making their mark on TikTok and beyond. And DJ Duop being one that uses her platform just to celebrate music, but at the same time, also just showing everyone how an artist can actually make their name heard on social media. She's the perfect example. Everyone, let's give it up for DJ Duop. Hello, my gorgeous, colorful
babe.
girl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing, thank you. I'm all the better for seeing you.
Same.
Oh, babe, you're someone who is a DJ, but you're also a Bacardi babe.
Yes.
Talk to us about what got you into music and even who taught you how to DJ.
Okay, I think what got me into music, my parents had nightclubs in the like 90s, 2000s.
Really?
Yeah. And Oskido used to play there, Boom Shaka used to perform there,
Baton.
TKZ. So I think that's where my music inspiration came from.
Yeah.
And then I started studying sound engineering in 2012. Then, life just moved super quick. Next thing I was on YFM, I had my own show. I was Ricky Rick's DJ. Then I'm touring. And now I'm here with you.
And now you're here, being an African all-star for TikTok. Oh, I love that. And I feel like, our parents always inform a lot of what we become. So I think it's so sweet that you really went in that direction. Yeah. But my love, let's jump into just you being featured on the African TikTok All-Stars series. I think that this is something so special. Talk to us a little bit about what it means to you.
Firstly, being with Phil was amazing. His energy is awesome.
Yes.
And I feel like TikTok's such a global platform. And the fact that I could be on there and then, they have this other platform called Sound On.
Okay.
So that's where I released my recent music. So I was just talking a bit more about that. I was also sharing how I present my DJing and how to record and how to get your music out there on TikTok and just other DSP platforms. So it's an amazing platform. I think creators on the series are sharing what's their process.
Yeah.
And I think everyone wants to know, they always tuned into the creators and the artists so that they really want to know, how do you do it? How does it actually come out? And I think it's really dope that TikTok is empowering people to be able to make their own content.
100%.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about you is that you speak from the perspective of, yes, being on TikTok, but you're also someone who's always out there. If it's a party, DJ Duop is there. Okay, thank you very much.
And you there too.
I'll get out of
to
here.
check my fit.
I was going to say, literally, and to listen to your incredible music.
Okay, thank
but
you.
babe, I mean, there's so many artists who do want to get out there the very same way that you just described. If you could give 3 tips to an artist who is I really want to utilize a platform like TikTok as much as possible, particularly to put my music out there, what would you say?
I'd say firstly start, because most people overthink it. And I think the main thing is just start, create something, and then let your personality come through, because TikTok has every type of person and there's someone in the world that wants to connect with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also would say consistency. TikTok just is about drop the content the whole entire time.
So can I drop 10 videos a day?
Go for it. Even better. Next thing you're trending.
Yeah.
The bag is there.
The bag is there. Yeah. And number 3?
Number 3, I would say connect with your community.
Okay.
Even if it's a small community, starting with 10 peeps, and then it's just going to grow organically.
Yeah.
And you're going to flourish very quick.
I love that. And talking about you and just being on this specific platform, I can imagine Phil had all of the questions for you guys. He's a journalist, Sana. So talk to us about where we can find this series.
Okay, so it's on my platform on TikTok. It's on Phil's. It's on TikTok South Africa.
Okay.
So yeah, just plug in. We're already on my series already. We already touched over 1 million views.
Hectic! You see why she's an all-star, an African all-star.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And I'm so grateful because this is a global platform.
Yeah.
So this is people all around the world. And I mean, look, this opportunity brought me here.
Right.
So clearly something's happening.
Oh, babe, something is most definitely happening. I mean, you're just DJ Duop. I think something's always happening with you, whether you're flying out of the country, into the country. This is why we love your work. And I also know you got so many things planned still for 2025.
Yo.
What can you tell us? This is the home of exclusives. We want to know things, Duop.
Okay, firstly, I became the face of Maybelline.
Yes! And then?
So my song Shais Tombe is the song for Maybelline, which is amazing.
Okay.
Then I'm now...
Let's talk music.
Oh,
well, what's
okay.
coming up for music?
So firstly, I'm going to be previewing a song right now on the show. So make sure you stay tuned.
Yes.
And it's with CJ Mnandi. And for now, I'm just doing Bacardi. Back to back, Bacardi. I'm the Bacardi babe.
I love that.
With my pansulas.
Yeah, I can see them. They're ready.
Yeah.
They're ready.
No, we stretch. We're ready to go.
Beautiful, everyone. It's DJ Duov. And the lovely thing is she still has an amazing performance for us. So you got to stick around for it. You heard her tell you that it's an exclusive, okay? Unreleased. Nice things here on Expresso. But friend, it's all happening in a little bit. For now, my Graham, are you still good there in Cape TZ Falshizi?
Oh, overflowing with inspiration. Absolutely love it. We are all about that kind of plug-in, as we say on the show. And right now, we are beyond proud to be teaming up with ABSA's amazing team once again to spotlight women who are driving change in business. Now, Carl is very much on that train with me, and he caught up with Priti Kubiane, the co-founder of eFarmer app. It is a game changer, a platform that's bridging the gap between farmers and buyers in an incredible way. Check this out.
ABSA is always partnering with such incredible stories, but more importantly, they are always finding ways to address socio-economic challenges that I think we as a community and as a country face. And seeing a place like this right here in the middle of Diepsloot is exactly addressing that. Priti, you and your team, what you guys have created from a business-to-business perspective is amazing. Take me through this app.
We have built a mobile application that is very easy to use. Quality, the traceability of produce is one of the reasons why big buyers don't want to buy from small farmers, because you never know. The carrot is good this time, tomorrow it's not good. Today they put these chemicals, tomorrow they did not. So being able to track and trace exactly what happened from where the seed was put on the ground and up until we harvest is one of the key features that eFarmer app had. There's a group of livestock farmers, they farmed beef, and then their beef, they could sell it 700% more just because it's got traceability and people know exactly what went on to the meat. And secondly, you can now start tapping into even bigger buyers. That means you have long-term contracts. When you plant, you only have to worry about the weather.
Moving forward, how does ABSA's corporate citizenship program aim to impact 1.5 million lives by 2030 through its entrepreneurial education?
Our corporate citizenship strategy aims to deliver on our strategic ambition to be an active force for good in everything that we do. The focus is financial literacy, education and entrepreneurship. And programs such as Youth Entrepreneurship Program, Visa She's Next, as well as Ready to Work, enable us to do that, instilling entrepreneurial mindsets as well as intent in young people and women where we operate.
I know through being an entrepreneur, there are a lot of challenges. Tell me about those challenges and how you have overcome them.
The biggest challenge begins once you have the product, taking it out there and convincing people to actually buy into your product, start using your product. Our first attempt, not a single farmer was interested because our focus was more on the compliance side to say, we have this cool tag, you can track and trace everything. And they're like, compliance is a big problem even in Africa, but when it comes to the list of priorities, farmers, they want to see buyers in the room. So we only found out when we had a big buyer from overseas that placed a big order with us. It changed everything. Within like 6 weeks, we have more than 5,000 farmers registering on our platform saying, I want to be a part of this. So we really did not understand that that was important in the beginning, and we're glad we haven't gone too far in terms of development in the wrong direction. It's important, but it's not on the order of priorities. It's not number one.
Access to markets must be so important for you, Brian, especially as a farmer. How has the eFarmer app sort of helped you access those markets?
What eFarmer brings are those buyers that are in the form of funeral parlors, guest houses and hotels, and some of the vegetable processors. And they buy at a large scale, something that takes away the worry of a smallholder farm, because that is what we need on a day by day. When the produce are ready, we must be able to get hold of them and get rid of them. This produce, we take them to where they are needed most, because the buyers are readily available, and for us it's income, it's the revenue generation that we dearly need. So once we avail our produce to the app, eFarmer, the buyers are on the other side waiting for our produce.
Once you download the app, you register as a farmer. So you have to submit documents for yourself as a farmer, like your ID and things like that. Documents for your organization, like your CK document, BEE. When verification is ready, then you are ready. You can start loading your product. We make sure it's very easy. It's just a matter of clicking. Only thing I'm gonna type is how much is my cabbage, and then describe my cabbage, and then you publish your product and it's ready for people to buy it.
And us as consumers, how do we get an opportunity to purchase from these incredible lands?
It's a similar process. You sign up. Once you sign up, we don't really ask for too many documentation in terms of the buyers, unless you want to buy on contract and you say every Thursday, give me this amount of potatoes, then you can be able to do that. But a straightforward way is for you to just sign up and then put your details. Then from there, you just add it to cart and then check it out.
ABSA's focus has been absolutely intentional, I think, in 2025. How do you believe your program actually addresses socioeconomic challenges in these communities that it actually operates in?
We want to get our stakeholders to a point where they make sound financial decisions so that they can realize financial freedom. And we do that through one-on-one programs, classroom sessions where we instill financial education. We also have partnerships with organizations and regulators such as ASISA, where we run competitions and find different ways of delivering financial literacy. And the last one, which we are very excited about, is the I Grow It Finance One-on-One campaign. We want to find different ways of packaging financial literacy so that it's comprehensible, it's easier to consume and keep it in, and it's easier for the consumer to make financial decisions. We want to change fundamentally the status quo and transform systemic barriers that are holding the economy from growing.
Something happens when you get a bigger buyer, a brand that has existed for a very long time, saying we are betting on her, we are trusting her. It's like it opens a bigger door, which has opened even bigger opportunities. It was like a blank check.
A huge shout out to ABSA for always shining a light on these incredible stories, and then also getting an opportunity to explore how eFarmer is transforming the world of agriculture is exceptionally exciting.
Someone put it down.
And suddenly we start seeing the green economy in a completely different light. What an incredible journey. I think Pretty shows us all that the right support at the right moment can truly transform lives and entire industries. Massive thank you to ABSA and Pretty for their partnership and for casting a light on that. Brilliant journey with these entrepreneurs to tell their stories that matter and also inspire. Well, we promised you a Klein Vrydag. DJ Doo-Wop is in the house. We've heard an incredible journey. Now she is going to bring her incredible talent just for you to, yes, make the weekend start a little bit early. Then Lonel has stuck around to be judgerig because we're going to get into some of the standout looks from the Met Gala. Were they a success or were they a hot mess? We'll find out after this. Welcome back to you beautiful souls at home. Welcome back to Lonel. Never really left, actually. We didn't let him. And, of course, Carissa is chomping at the bit. Why? Because you've got paddles.
We do.
Show the paddles. Is it a hot
mess.
mess? Is it a success?
Yes.
You know we be talking about the Met. Oh, with the most prestigious and glamorous fashion event in the world, the Met Gala, having wrapped up with the typical fanfare. Lonel now joins us to unpack the creativity, the style worn by some of our most loved celebs with a nice local connection. And, of course, an edition of Success or Hot Mess will lay it all down, okay? So I've got some great looks. Maybe some you might not quite like. The paddle will do the talking this morning. Do you feel powerful with that paddle, Lonel?
I feel so powerful.
I feel like I can take him for the world.
I feel like this is my Joan Rivers moment.
Ooh, own it, own it. You can have the paddle for the rest of the day and you can just let people know. Okay, so there's
Imagine
only...
at the event later.
Exactly. Oh, no, sorry, don't blame me. Blame Carissa for that one later if you see her, please. Okay, we've got to start with our girl. We've got to start with Tyler, the South African superstar, global star, now stunned the blue carpet with her immaculately tailored off-the-shoulder gown that featured a beautiful beaded pinstripe design, lots of detail, floor-length cape, a little bit easier to manage than I think last year's outfit.
She has to be carried around.
Exactly, and it was worth it because she stole the show last year. How are you feeling about this year's look? Tread carefully.
I definitely think that this one is a success, but I do think that we should talk about the theme a little bit. So the theme this year was dandyism, all about being tailored to the T. So Lana, maybe you can delve a bit in that.
You know, the Renaissance era, it's basically like the working class and then showing up in your Sundays.
Okay, your OTT.
You know?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
In South Africa, we've got something called the Skotanes, and that is our version of it, where people just dress up to the nines with their cavelas.
Exactly.
And for this
you guys,
one,
all I'm hearing is blah, blah, blah. Are we a hot mess or a success?
Success.
Success.
Definitely, Tyler, success.
Yes,
Yeah,
and it was her first time being styled by Zendaya's stylist, Law Roach.
That's a
so
big deal.
Definitely looking so good in a Jacques Mousse.
I wonder how their dimensions compare. Actually, maybe that's how you get through the door there. Okay, let's now turn to Damson Idris. Many hearts racing with this one. Formula One inspired Met look. The actor sported a custom racing suit, that shows all the curves, a helmet adorned with 20,000 crystals. And on the carpet, Idris, he unveiled the outfit underneath the suit.
So cool.
Supremely tailored rouge tuxedo that I think is going to be seen many times on many carpets.
What a moment.
But how are you guys feeling about this? There was some theatre there.
Iconic.
Yeah, this is my response. I don't have either one of those.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm a big fan, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Double success. All this resounding success.
We might not have needed to even do that one, to be honest. I think that was done for. So let's see if the Formula One theme will carry through with a Formula One star. Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time Formula One champion, of course now driving for Ferrari, sported an all-beige ensemble, including a tuxedo, a bow tie, topped it off the outfit with a matching beret and gold accessories, including a brooch on the lapel. These are your kind of details, but did it come together in the right way for you?
So clean, Lewis never misses.
That's true.
Never misses. This was like clean, sleek, but still with that details there
From
that
Lewis
just
to
rounds up.
Lewis.
That's success.
Successful.
From Lewis to Lewis.
He's got it down.
Because you are inspired a little bit by that today.
You kind of echo that with this tone. Beautiful, man. Okay, we should maybe put the paddles away for this one. Diana Ross. I don't think we're even allowed to judge Diana Ross, the singer. She obviously commands attention wherever she goes, but at this particular event, she was a showstopper when she appeared in a crystal-embedded white gown and a feather-edged cape that was so long and broad, it appeared to take up the entire width of the blue carpet, plus some, making a return to the event after, get this, 22 years. If you're going to take a 22-year break, you best show up. How are we feeling about this look, guys?
Oh, obsessed. She also had her children's names and her grandchildren's names on the...
please do it.
On the cape. So for me, put some respect on Diana Ross's name. She is the boss, okay?
And she's got a big family. So hence,
Lionel, tell me more.
Explain yourself.
Look, she's legendary. She's iconic. But to me, with the theme,
she missed the mark.
She missed the mark with the theme. It was giving elegance and opulence, but Where's the suit?
Where's the
tailor? You know,
tailoring?
where's
Yeah.
that? Like, you just came and you looked nice.
And like she probably has about 3 or 4 of these in her.
You know what I mean,
walk-in
so-
mansion of a closet. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go with hot mess.
I feel like I can't
Step away
even
from
judge.
me.
I'm not even allowed to. Let's move on to the incredible Tayana Taylor. She served, showcasing a draw-dropping 3-piece pinstripe suit, some dramatic burgundy cape action going on there, impeccable rose and crystal detailing. Now, if you're looking for the detailing and the step up, that was certainly represented. But again, did it all come together harmoniously? How are you feeling?
In my top 3.
Definitely.
Really?
In my top 3.
100%. She might be number 2 for me.
She ate.
Left no crumbs.
Left not a single
0.
crumb.
She actually paired up with a stylist to put this together as a collaboration, and you can just tell from the do-rag to the...
man, she just
so
embodied
the
that
idea was
theme.
black excellence, and that is what she did. The do-rag to the feather, the dandyism was just
I was
so
about to say,
apparent.
because in terms of living that theme in that moment, she nailed it. And there was the drama and the theatre as
Come
well. So
on.
we had a little bit of everything.
The Rose in Harlem gets a
Okay,
success.
I wasn't even going to ask, but she does get a massive success. Let's bring it back to a local connection, Nomzamo Wambata. Having attended the Met as a correspondent for African Fashion International, AFI as we know them, Nomzamo brought African fashion and voices to one of the most prestigious events in the fashion world. I love her, so just be careful.
And she repped
what y'all
local.
say about Nomzamo. But
She's wearing South African design. Musa Maxwell, absolutely obsessed with this. When she steps out, she comes correct every time. Like, I am such a fan of hers, tailoring to the next level. Nomzamo, in my eyes, can do no wrong. So it's a
Spicy
yes.
one, how are we feeling? Speak from your heart, my friend.
To be honest,
not you
also
cleaning the heart.
Go for it. Go for
she
it.
looks nice. She looks nice, but it wouldn't be in my top 10. even.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, African, you bring that, but you
And you
could
know,
have
we go
done
live in
better.
America on the
Could have
Africa
done more
channel,
with
hey? She
that.
might be watching right now, hey? She might be watching and
I'm just
crying
being honest.
in the middle of the night, because it's probably the middle of the night in America. No, she's lovely. She's a mate,
beautiful.
so we'll give her a free pass. I love Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
Janelle is just, Monáe rather, is just a... She's an actress, she's a singer, she's a rapper. I didn't realize she had 10 Grammy nominations.
Of course.
So there is a huge amount of expectation. Now, she flaunted a deconstructed suit look, complete with an eye-catching monocle.
Yeah, it's giving orange clockwork.
It is very cool.
I love it. And that's the thing, when Janelle puts a look together, thought goes into it. I mean, that is referencing one of the best books and even movies adaptations ever. And she was like, let me come through for that. She's number 1 for me.
Baby, bend over.
Ooh, baby, bend over.
It's
Baby,
done.
bend. Hey.
I love it. There were a few more that we could squeeze in, but we've done them before. So I'm going to go right to the end because there was a particular reveal in a particular look. Let's take a little snapshot of Rihanna, the superstar, made her way to the carpet with a mobster chic, I think we'll call it, look that showed off a baby bump. Riri and her partner, A$AP Rocky, are expecting, of course, their 3rd child. What a way to reveal it to the world,
Of
yeah?
course they would. This is
Getting that album
definitely...
now.
She said that her voice is not affected, so R9 is still on the way. As the spokesperson for Rihanna, she's performing with the music, but she definitely had to come with the fashion.
She
Success.
slayed.
Oh,
Success.
okay.
She's the mother of Met.
Absolutely.
I give both of you, hold up. Success. No, one of you was a hot mess, but I'm not going to tell you which. If you see them with their paddles today, just take it from whence it comes, okay? It's Judge here, but that's kind of the vibe. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that little recap of the Met and some of the looks that stole the show for us. And we've got another showstopper on the way. Zanele, what's coming up?
Oh, thank you, Cape Town. What a beautiful discussion. Oh, my goodness. You know, we love all things fashion here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But then we also love all things you winning, which is why I have to ask you, my friend, do you have your ticket? Because it is around about that time where I have to know, will you be playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot that literally could be all yours this Thursday? Well, my friend, don't miss out. All you have to do is get your ticket now on nationallottery.co.za, or you can do it in store, easy peasy lemon squeezy. The mobile app also works, or cell phone banking, or you simply dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. All of these details I've just mentioned are on our Expresso pages, so you can head on over there and you can get this done. However, Panda Pusha Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand, or 100,000 Rand, forgive me, jackpot that could be all yours, and all in the name of you possibly becoming a winner. I wish you all of the best. Go and do the things that need to be done. Right about now, though, I need to tell you that you are already winning just by being tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast show. What am I talking about? DJ Doo-Wop is going to be performing their incredible song. Do not go anywhere. It's all happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've been telling you this entire day, Mother's Day is around the corner, all right? And it's the perfect excuse to wrap mom in so much love and affection, as well as attention, and give her the perfect gift just to show her how much she means to you. So whether you're looking for something small and thoughtful, something sweet, or even something luxurious, Woolworths has something that every single mom and mom figure will definitely be so into. And to make it easier for you at home, we've put together some of our favorite last-minute Mother's Day gifts. So let's get into this wonderful thing. I, of course, have Lonnell with me, and we've got so many options, from fashion to treats to, I know you had your eye on the coffee table book.
That's so beautiful.
But we can't celebrate alone, because I also know that Graham has got his eye on the flowers, maybe even the treats over there, Gray.
Guys, you don't understand. Absolutely beautiful.
Right? Okay, so let's get into the first options.
Okay.
Flowers, I think that's a standard,
That's
when it
standard.
comes to Mother's Day.
Non-negotiable.
Orchids.
Standing
a
orchid is
go-to.
beautiful because it needs very little upkeep. If you just follow the rules, and they give you the rules.
Yeah, you
and
put an ice block in there like every other day.
Yeah, and just let it do its thing. But they are gorgeous, and of course it lasts for a very long time, which is beautiful. So I'm all about the fresh flower and the energy it brings into the home. 100%.
Well, I love that. And then also, I feel like if you give flowers, obviously you've got to give something to snack with it too. And we've got so many options when it comes to that. We've got some foodie gifts over here. Biscuits are always a great idea. And I also really love this. So I remember this over festive. It's the Clement Gold. It's the biscuits. But listen, it's got the tin. You know our mothers love the tins.
Oh, for sure. That becomes like a little center showstopper piece for the table.
It does.
But these are not going to last long in my house. So I don't even make it out of my house to my mother's house. So that's a bit of a dangerous one to
It
get.
is. It's a gorgeous one too. Or you could do a mug, and what we've done is filled it with truffles. And so you've just got such good options. Does anyone pique your interest so far?
Probably the fragrances.
The fragrances are always a go-to. I think it's so nice. My mom always requests for her birthday, please, this is my list of perfumes that I deserve. Not even
Wow,
one,
a
I
list.
deserve. My dad's like, which one are you going for? I say, this is on you, sir. So we've got beautiful fragrances over there. C has definitely taken the social media world by
big time.
storm.
Beautiful.
Giorgio Armani did the things there. And then we also have some smellies, as Graham was also saying yesterday, for home. Diffusers, we've also got, of course, candles, and then we've got some beautiful self-care kits.
Yeah, the W Beauty kind of range just offers an accessibility because you know it's top drawer.
Yes.
But it's not going to absolutely break the bank. And there will be some great specials, so listen up for that. But in the beauty space, that speaks to the self-love and self-care, which is often, I think, where mothers might not have the time and space to be able to do that. So I love it. And what's Mama wearing?
Okay, Mama's got many options to wear. Is your mama fashionista? Is that where you got it from?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yes?
100%.
Okay, would she say success or hot mess?
Success.
Success! We've got a
the
gorgeous
detail.
bag. Oh, my goodness. And also, animal print is a neutral. Taryn did confirm this.
I know.
So we've got that option for her. And then we also have some options behind. I think Sanela is actually wearing this one today. We've got a gorgeous poncho with a beautiful fur detail.
I'll ask her to do
faux
it
fur.
as well. I'm loving the cute pajamas. Mama, mama, mama.
You can't have enough
I
of
would say,
pajamas.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Absolutely beautiful. And there are just more options that keep on giving. A coffee table book as well.
And those are beautiful because, again, it speaks to something that you get a lot of joy out of. I'm still loving the rib detailing. We're seeing it across kind of Woolies style elements, but the candles are beautiful. And a scented candle is like that, where you can create a different energy in a room just for that. Beautiful.
Well, all right. I also think that our knowledge for movies needs to be tested.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask the two of you. I know Lanel's very nervous right now, but let's get into some famous and iconic movie mother figures of all time. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay,
Let's get into
we'll
the
give it a
first
go.
question.
All
Here's
right.
the quiz. Okay. This character embodies a fierce, compassionate, and determined spirit of a protective mother. She is strong-willed, she's unapologetically bold, and her maternal instinct goes beyond biology when she opens her heart and home to Michael.
I know.
Okay, you've got some options, A, B, or C. Are we going Blindside, Brave, or Mother's Day?
Oh, I know the answer. It's Blindside.
It's Blindside!
To be
Sandra
honest,
Bullock's best work.
Is Mother's Day a real film? I haven't seen it.
It is a real film.
Good film. Okay.
So incredibly good. Well done, Gray. Come on, now I've got faith in you. All right, here's another one. This character is a powerful and graceful mother, fiercely protective and wise. Now, she supports T'Challa and Shirin with strength, love, and guidance while balancing her royal duties with deep maternal care. Could it be Brave? Could it be Mamma Mia? Or could it be Black Panther? Thank you very much, Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. I love it. One for Lanel.
I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to watch it.
And one for Graham. Here's another one. This mother is a tradition-bound matriarch. She upholds the values of heritage, family, honor, and sacrifice, often putting cultural expectations above personal desires. Now, she may seem cold at times, but her actions are rooted in a deep sense of duty and love for her family, especially her son, Nicholas. Crazy Rich Asians, Mother's Day, or Mamma Mia?
Okay, well, I don't know Mother's Day. It doesn't feel like Mamma Mia. I'm going to say Crazy Rich Asians.
I'm going to take a guess. A.
A. Could it be A or B? The answer is Crazy Rich Asians. That means Graham is the winner. Graham, you get to choose
Thank you. Thank you.
I knew it.
Oh, and one for my mom as well. Okay.
I love it, Lanel. You could also choose something for your mama bear, okay? Well, wrap Mum in love this Mother's Day with Woolworths' selection of must-have gifts. Shop these in-store, online, and on the app. Plus, we've got a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card to give away. Now, to enter, find the Woolies competition post on the Expresso Facebook, X, or even Instagram pages, and tell us, what do you value most about your mother or your mother figure? Use that hashtag Woolies Mother's Day, and that competition does close today at midnight, the 8th of May. T's and C's on expressoshow.com. You took the clementines, you're taking the...
This is beautiful. Do it.
Okay,
For your
you
mom?
foodie moms. For me, my mama's gonna love this. Zanele, give us a twirl and show us how good you look in our gorgeous poncho, because she does look good,
Now
doesn't
we've
she?
created an expectation for mommies. I'm sorry if you don't get any one of these things. I promise you, your children still absolutely love you. But if you wanted to see our gorgeous poncho modeled live and in person, Zanele is doing just that. And yes, we are going to start the weekend today on a Thursday.
Oh, yes, the time has come for us to wrap up the show oh so nicely. Honey, it is DJ Duop and CJ Mnandi with Siroba Kise. Everybody, let's give it up.
Show. Kina kwa sama nigga dog. Na kwa sama yoyo nigga bitch mudi mabakaji. What are you? Wait. Ka.
Yeah.
Every time I pull up on the boat, I'll CJ, we wanna party. Think about me, I will send them dance. We'll dance, we'll dance. But I'll pull like you pass, I'm fine, and even get out of the corner, my man, you must stop. Why can't I get good? Take a plan B. So I put it your video, it's your video, I put it your video, it's your video, I put it your video. Shoot.
Another feel-good production.
Shoo.